been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car.
What's going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to yet another live stream. And welcome back to another Dazzo and Friends Talk Show with the amazing crew of Toxic, Ethan, Apex Gamer in the house, Skittle Kicks, Jay.
No, wait a minute, hold on. It was one of these volumes up here.
Oh, what's going on there, assholes?
Yeah, you're echoing through, like, in here, Dazzo echoing through my head.
Was it output volume that I turned down last time?
That was a great intro, by the way, Dazzo. What's going on,
Assholes.
Assholes,
Jesus
what's
Christ.
going on?
Of course Dazzo would do that.
Of course he would.
It's fucking
There. You still
Dazzo.
hear the echoing?
Check, check, check.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. No.
No,
Okay,
Well, kind of.
Kind of,
Like,
but
kind
I
of
think
still,
it
or
might
not?
Kind of.
be...
Because I know how to fix it.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's
do
go with
do-
that
do you?
a little bit.
Dude, why? I didn't search anything on the web. Stop.
Hey, Google.
Without my consent. Shut up! Whatever you do, just don't say Alexa.
Hey Alexa, search up naked hot women Batman.
Actually, you know what? I'm writing that down. I'm writing that down.
God damn it.
Well, you know, we got started off very strong. Can't risk anything.
Welcome to the podcast, everyone.
Oh, yeah. Q-Ball.
We've already just got off the
I'm
deep
trying
end
to
here.
turn it down.
Jeez.
Wow.
Oh, don't do that. Q-Ball, no. In my live chat, Q-Ball's like, Alexa, I'm not saying it
You're
either, because
live
she
chat.
actually will.
Hey, Alexa, search up naked Catwoman pics.
Ew.
Damn.
I think that's what Toxic needs to do anyways.
Yeah.
Wait. Needs to do? You mean already has done?
I
He
don't
still,
do.
he still needs to
Who
do
knows
it.
what keywords to ask?
I
Well, I
don't.
guess the good
do
thing
that.
is she only responds to Alexa, not Hey Alexa.
Alexa.
Oh, never mind, I'm wrong.
Hey, Stefan, how you doing?
Alexa,
Never mind,
turn
Alexa.
on the jazz music.
Ha! She didn't hear you. She hates you. She likes the sound of my voice.
Of course, your voice.
Well, yeah, I'm a lovable character.
That's
Uh,
what she said.
What
She
have
lied.
you been
Wow.
up to?
not sure about that one.
Oh, thanks, Toxic. I'm gonna spend the whole rest of the show crying. Thanks.
Oh, you said me things about me. Oh, come on, it's a talk show.
Hey, Cue Ball, what's up, man?
We say mean things to each other all the time, and we're just like, well, fuck you too.
Yeah, pretty basically.
Yeah.
Listen, there's been times like my buddy of mine that I work with, Tim. First of all, he's one of the hardest working guys we have in our company, and he's getting ready to. I'm not going to say this on live stream just in case my company happens to watch it, but he's at his limit. He's there. But the funny part is, one day we were working out in the rain, and it was a torrential downpour. We had a bunch of mulch in the back of the trailer, and I was standing on the top of the pile in the back of the trailer with the mulch fork high in the air, hoping I got struck by lightning.
Oh
Oh.
my god.
Wow.
I was like, come on!
Good grief.
I heard
Someone's
thunder,
crazy.
saw lightning off in the distance, and I was just looking for an excuse to go home.
You want to go home?
Freeze.
Don't we
You're
all?
home
Man,
yet?
I was dripping wet. The truck got soaked inside the thing because I'm like literally sopping wet. And
You realize she's supposed to be the one that's like that, not you.
yes, I'm aware of that, Toxic. Thank you. But when you're out in the middle
reverse
of
the
the
roles
rain,
here.
when you're stuck in a rainstorm,
Sounds like a you problem.
Mike,
You need to learn
it
not how
was
to
a
be
me
normal.
problem. It was a me problem. It was my buddies. It was a Les problem. It was a Tim problem.
I was
It's
everybody.
get the fuck out. It's the get the fuck out of the rain problem. That's what that is. I find your
Well,
solution.
the customer loved it, by the way. They were watching us through the bedroom window.
Oh, wow.
You know,
I
every
bet
time I
they
go
were.
around the house with a full wheelbarrow full of mulch, was getting heavier by the rainfall. I still have a bruise on the side of my knee. It fell out of the back of the trailer yesterday, or what was it, Monday?
Well, shit.
Yeah, I've had a rough couple. I've had a rough couple weeks at landscaping. I am not landscaping friendly.
Neither am I, but you don't see me doing it.
Well, I love the customers that come out and they're like, "Oh, well, you could have done this better," or "Oh, really? Here's your mulch fork. Here's the fork. Here's the mulch fork. Just go at it." Oh, you want to move that boulder into that spot right there, 2 feet away?
Yeah.
Here's the scoop shovel. Here's the control system.
use the scoop shovel. Well, shit.
Yeah, exactly. Scoop that.
Does Ethan know he
What are you
disconnected?
eating?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Is
He
that,
would
is
have
that
joined
cup
back.
noodles?
No, it's I mean, kind of, but it's pho. It's not that good. I'm just eating it anyways.
Oh,
I had one of
I
those
know
K
this-
Army
I know this
things.
one.
a long
There he
time
is.
ago.
Very good.
They actually, yeah, they actually were pretty good. They were spicy, but they were good.
Yeah, they're spicy.
Spicy.
I
I've
like
always wanted to
spicy,
get
though.
like the military MREs just to find out how bad they really are.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that would be fun.
So, I had a buddy of mine in the Marine Corps. He used to eat them all the time, and he's like, "Dude, steak and potatoes does not taste like steak and potatoes."
They're
Probably
not,
not.
they're not as good. But when you have no choice and you're working long hours,
Right.
you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's true. That's
Mm-hmm.
true. Hey, listen, just to save money on groceries, I eat like tuna pouches, like tuna creation pouches, and I eat like one of those a day on lunch at work every day.
Oh. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, guys.
Yeah, and it's like
Sometimes.
and it's protein based. So it's like after you do all that heavy lifting of stone and mulch all day, you replenish the protein and build the muscle.
Mm-hmm.
Put it this way: if you're
Me and my cousin did a Facebook live stream
you're
on my
literally
Facebook
baloney
page
off
the
your
other
hand
day,
because you can't even afford white
and
bread.
it's almost to 400
Many
views
bands were
on
like
the
that.
main Facebook
Oh,
page.
nice.
Yeah,
I'm still
Metallica
trying to
was-
afford the right
Metallica was
recording
one of them
equipment
that
so I can
actually
do the
had-
piano covers. But I gotta
Yeah.
figure out if I can, like, if that got famous enough, if I can monetize a piano cover channel. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I can monetize that because technically
Probably
it's
not.
Huh?
if it's not
Because it's gonna be copyrighted.
yeah, unless
I
you own the
mean,
material.
technically, because the song is a real existing song that I don't own, I'm just doing a cover of. Even though there's like millions of freaking YouTube channels that do it.
Yeah.
But they also
But-
probably have lawyers
Yeah.
that can help them circumvent some of the policies that YouTube has.
Copywriting is kind of complicated because there's some that say it's copyrighted, but if you hover over the thing that says copyrighted, it says you can use it sometimes.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
But you can't monetize
Like, I
it.
have
It
that
depends on.
Skittles, I
Yeah.
can barely hear you, dude. You sound like so quiet.
I don't know how that's possible. I'm cranked up.
You're
Like, I hear
cracked up.
everybody
You're-
else just fine.
No,
Yeah, I'm loud.
you are a little quiet on my end.
Really?
Yeah, same here.
I don't know how that's possible. I've got everything
You could always just scream at us.
posted.
No. Just don't.
Oh, come
Just
on.
don't.
We don't.
Come
We don't
on,
want.
topic.
We don't want him screaming. Let's be honest.
You into the microphone.
No.
Dude, my volume is like maxed out.
Hmm.
I am maxed out everywhere.
Wow.
Maybe your mic that's giving up.
Could be.
No, it's a brand new microphone. There's no way.
Oh, that's probably right there. It's brand new.
I mean, it could be faulty.
I will not. Here, how's that? I've got good levels.
Whoa, that's so much better.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? How you doing out there in Fuckerville?
Wow.
Is that better now?
All right, hey guys, Skittles, just have a question for you. Do you actually have a fuck store where you live? I went
No.
there yesterday and they were totally out of fucks to buy, so I don't have any to give.
That's because I bought them all.
Oh, well, what the hell, dude?
Well, because I have fucks to give. I give fuck you,
don't.
fuck them, fuck them, fuck everyone.
Someone's angry.
Okay, fair
They're
enough.
fucked. I give them out.
You know, if you actually go on YouTube and look up a video called "History of the F Word," man,
I'm
that
doing
is like
good, I'm
the
doing good.
exact science of the F word. They even
Never
get in depth by
meant-
saying
the funny
something like
thing is,
"fuck
it never-
the fucking fucker."
It never meant to be a swear word either, but somebody decided so long ago, like, oh, that's a swear
Right.
word.
It's a fun word.
See,
to
in my
say.
world, and I don't know if there's any religious people out there, but in my world, profanity is just the use of a word, but it's taking God's name in vain is where swearing for me it comes into play. Like saying things like shit, piss, fuck, whatever. Those aren't swear words to me. They're just another word that somebody else, a human being,
Yeah.
deemed to be a swear word.
Fuck
Who
means
Because they
who
were
made that
offended.
choice, you know? Who decided that was going to be a swear word worldwide?
probably some Quaker, a couple centuries ago, is that I'm offended.
Right, and as far as I know, there's nowhere in the Bible that specifically says those words are, a sin or profanity is a sin. So
You
long
probably don't even
as
see
you don't
those
take
words
the
in the
Lord's name in
Bible.
vain.
Yeah, I don't get it either, but
I mean, I'm not
my
going to
mom,
sit here and
my
preach to everybody,
mom,
but
my mom and my girlfriend absolutely hate the F word. The only word I really don't like is the C word. Like that one just.
the
I don't know why that
C-U-N-T?
one's even. Yeah, the can't
Oh.
understand normal thinker. Yeah,
Yeah, that word, honestly, to me, seems a little tacky. It does.
it does. So, but
I mean,
that's just how it goes.
But is that
But you
really
can't
any
get- you
different
can't get
than,
away from it.
is that word any different than dick? You calling somebody a dick? It's kind of the...
Depends on
the-
context.
Oh, why does my face still itch, dude? I think it was because of all that damn fertilizer that sprayed back in my face, and I got rained, or not, it didn't rain, but I got water on the side of my face, and I think it activated it.
Did you wash it properly?
Not exactly.
You should go wash that now before.
Well, I
It
mean,
starts
yeah,
growing.
when I got home, I did. I washed it off in the shower. But on the job site, I just kind of rinsed it off with a little bit of sweat.
Oh no, you gotta completely wash that off.
Things starting
You
to
gotta use some
explode.
soap.
Yeah, I mean,
Try
I
to
did. I could always take a
like,
shower
yeah,
at
this is
home, and
fine.
definitely before I live stream. So I mean, it's washed off now, but I still feel it right
Yeah.
there, dude.
I know what you mean, man.
There's a guy I knew who actually sliced up in his hand once.
And
He's
there
like,
was insecticide in it too, so that's probably attacking my skin cells.
there was a guy I knew years ago who actually used antifreeze to actually, heal up a wound or whatever. Like dipped his hand into some antifreeze.
Oh,
He's
really?
like, God's fine. I'm
Like,
like,
do that.
nuts.
Hey,
man.
what's up, operative? How's it going, man?
He was not normal.
No, but I can still, I can feel it. And my face, all over my face, I'm itchy everywhere, dude. It's
Whatever
Oh.
you do, don't use peroxide.
That's one way to get burned.
Yeah, good call.
Like the
Yeah.
hydrogen peroxide, it kills cells, so don't use it to clean your burns
You know,
or
I've
whatever.
heard of people gargling peroxide.
I've done
Oh,
that.
Yeah,
That's
people.
horrible.
I guess
Yeah.
people like sit there and they will actually gargle peroxide and they'll rinse. After they brush their teeth, they'll rinse their the mouth out with peroxide.
There's some toothpaste that actually has peroxide in it.
That's not
Really?
good at all.
It's not bad. It's
Damn.
just, you just gotta.
Hey,
It's
Jay.
small dosages.
Huh?
For well,
You want to take
just be
my
careful
place
with it.
tonight?
Be
I
still. Don't be stupid.
Oh,
What?
You want to
Be
sing
stupid.
for us?
I'm not surprised.
I can't sing until
Yeah.
I get your music headphones. I don't
So
I'm glad to be
anyway,
your good second choice, there, operative.
yeah,
Oh,
that's like coming through like really, really loud right now, dude.
What, me?
No, Toxic's guitar. It's like really cutting through.
Oh, you're still. I mean, you're better with your microphone, but you're still a little quiet.
I don't know how that's possible, dude. I've got great volume. I'm watching my meters here, and I'm like spiking just under yellow.
I mean, it is a lot better than what it was. To
Check
start
your
out.
volume settings on Discord. Maybe if you right click on my name and turn up the volume on that.
Let me try it.
Peroxide is
your
actually
volume.
used for
Yeah,
teeth
okay, Here
whitening.
we go.
So I'm hearing everybody perfectly right now.
I just turned your volume up to 200%. So try it now.
Hey!
Wow, that's way better. Damn, I'm gonna do
Yeah,
that.
he told you it wasn't
There's
me.
there's a bad thing to do. Just turn it up to 200.
Damn straight.
Hey, Apex,
Oh, we're
can you hear
old.
me
We're
fine?
we're losing our hearing. What?
Wait, I'm
That's
sorry.
why I'm
What'd you say,
20.
Ethan?
Can you hear me fine on your end?
So,
You can
anyway.
hear
Yeah,
me
I can
fine?
now. Yep.
So
I
before
can
we
hear
get
you.
too
I can hear
far,
Toxic. I can hear Jay. Hey, where did Jay go?
I don't know how you can hear me because I'm so far away from my mic and somehow you can still hear this. Like, I don't know how you can hear that.
I think
because I got damn good hearing.
I was talking about you,
Yeah.
jackass. I was talking about him.
Yeah. I already have a musical ear, so
Yeah.
naturally I just hear it.
My guitar is literally like 6 feet away from the mic, and I'm not even plugged in.
Doesn't matter. It picks it up. You can just hear it.
Oh, all right, Operative. Yeah, go destroy those zombies. Operative's gonna go destroy zombies in Call of Duty.
Cool.
Dude, I
So
sucked at zombies in Call of Duty, dude. Like, I'm horrible at horde games. That's why I suck at what the hell's that name of that game now? Days Gone. When you have to chase, when all the hordes are chasing you, I'm a little bitch. I run away. Like, yo, fuck this. I'm like, fuck this. I jump on the crotch rocket or the motorcycle or whatever. I ride the hell out of there. I'm a battle of a horde of zombies. It's like 1,000 against 1.
had a interesting conversation last night with the guys who were kind of prepping the show and things like that, and I was kind of tasked with like coming up with some kind of a music inspired episode, if you will, as one of the big resident musicians here, as well as Toxic, and obviously with Apex as well. Had some, thoughts about like, different types of musical questions and things like that, and some kind of nerdy stuff as well.
Absolutely.
So, one of my questions is, this is for anybody who really wants to answer, because I think this is very universal, is what does music mean to you?
That's actually a really good question. I'm going to answer that one by saying that music is like making music. First of all, anybody can sing a song, right? But making music is one of the greatest accomplishments that a human being can do. For me, music is therapy. Like, if I have a really shitty day at work and I'm like pissed at the where I'm ready to punch somebody in the head, I just come home, I sit down behind the piano, I play a couple of songs, and for some reason it mellows me out. Even if it's like a complete perfect track, I get lost in the song, and then I totally forgot even why I was pissed.
Music is the best.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Whether you play it or not, music is the best.
And that's why I kept this a very general question, because I think everybody's going to have a different reaction to what music means to them. Now, if you're a musician, it's going to mean one thing to us. Non-musicians, it's going to mean something else to them. And that's kind of why I want to put that out there, is because for me, music is, it's life.
Well, I'll put it in words that
Imagine with a life without music.
Right.
How boring
Yeah.
the world would be if we didn't have music. And
I'll put it into words that Sam Sui said, and he's actually somebody I listen to a lot on YouTube. he said that music is transcendence. Music is the language we use when we don't have words to express what we're feeling. And actually had a pillowcase for a short little square pillow. It used to say, "Where words fail, music speaks."
I have a sign that says that. Yeah, and some
And
of the
honestly,
guys,
music in anybody's life, somebody's got that one song that has all the meaning in the world to them.
Mm-hmm.
And people who are really heartbroken, they listen to all the sappy, sad songs about heartbreak and breakups and this, that, and the other thing. Somebody who's greatly in love will listen to the love songs, or people in the religious world will listen to the Christ or the Jesus songs and the worship songs and all that stuff. So music, there's so many variations of music that everybody's got, a genre that suits their personality. And that's the best thing I like about music, because like Skittles said, it's so universal.
it's the universal language of life. It really is. I mean, music is life. Music is love. Music is happiness. Music is every emotion you can possibly think of. And
Skittles, your microphone's all messed up. It's coming in weird.
I don't know. I don't get it.
There you go. Now it's better. Now
I don't get it.
Whatever you did is perfect.
I'm not hearing anything different. So I'll have to go back and listen.
Now it's messed up again. Am I the only one having issues with
It's very messed up.
Okay, so it's not just me?
Yeah, it's getting up there. I don't know why.
Your microphone is messed up there, Skittles.
It's
Eating there, Ethan. What you snacking on, buddy?
Back one.
Oh, popcorn.
A what?
Popcorn.
Oh, okay. Popcorn, nice.
Yep.
Oh, he left.
I have,
I'm sure he'll be back.
I have a I'm only
Well, here's the thing.
I'm only 5 away from 1,100.
Nice, man. That's such a goal, too, man. Like, I have been at it for so long, and I'm so discouraged. I actually did decide to do my giveaway, too, at 500 subscribers instead of September 1st. So, at 500 subscribers, that's when I'm going to do my giveaway. It'll give me a little bit more time to order my merchandise and have it here and ready to ship to whoever wins the merchandise, so.
I would love to
500
get
subscribers,
a
27.
No, it's still shit. Still shit.
Okay, guys, I'm not going to hang out then if it's this, because this is my only mic cable. I bet you it's my mic cable that's just gone out.
I think I just cable.
Alright. Bye, guys.
Sounded like one of the Charlie Brown phone people.
It's sad that I can do that good. It is sad.
I think the only voiceover I can do is just the Forrest Gump. That's my go-to.
Hey, boo-boo, hey, boo-boo-boo.
Ooh,
Nah,
that's pretty good. Yogi Bear.
I used to be a lot better at it, but it's been a long time since
I
I've done it.
used to be able to do Shaggy and from Scooby Doo.
Oh, that one's so much fun.
Like
It
Scoob!
is. Not bad. Not terrible. All right, Dazzo, what's your voiceover? Let's hear it. Come
I
on.
don't have one.
Oh, come on,
yes,
you gotta
you
add
do.
something.
I don't have
He
one.
just does the Canadian expression.
Canadian expression.
Bloody Canadians.
Anybody can do that, eh? I don't know what you're talking about.
There you go.
Take off, eh?
Go fuck
It's a great
off.
white north, eh?
Well, Irish.
Go fuck off, eh?
Oh, sorry, there,
I
bud. I
can't do
didn't mean to
Irish
hit you there, bud.
accent.
More.
I know.
Oh,
I know
God.
Irish. I try to mimic Irish from SLRP all the time, like secretly, so I can get really good at it and then do it in front of him. But I know
I'm
for the
Irish.
future that's gonna give me so many ladder drills. It will.
I gotta change.
But what really is trippy is when like Irish does the voiceover and you get the Irish accent plus whatever he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
I can kind of do in the Asian one like that, like the
Hey,
one
Austin,
Gabriel
what's up,
Iglesias
man?
did. Oh look, Oh, look at us here. Oh, shit, we get the wakaha today.
Oh, look at the water ball. We got the water ball.
I'm going to hell.
Yes, we love when you do your Mort impression because your Mort impression is cute.
Who does more?
That's my roommate Exie, but she
No
can't.
kidding.
She can't come in here right now because she's busy with her art stuff downstairs.
I used to be able to do Herbert from Family Guy really well, but the people started getting creeped out by that one, so I stopped.
Oh,
doing
that
it.
one's a good one.
Man.
Stop in my basement. I can't do my voice is too squeaky for it now, but I used to be able to
Hello,
listen
Hey, Lois.
Hey, Lois, what's going on?
Lois. Lois. Where
Hey,
are you,
Dazzo.
Lois?
What's up?
Have you heard?
What did I hear?
I'm pretty sure that everyone had heard.
No.
I can't believe that was actually a song too. I'm like, dude, that's a real song. I'm like, no, it's not. Shut up.
Hold up.
No, dude, dead ass. Look it up. I wonder. No, I don't want to do that because I don't know if it's
Hey,
like
Austin,
copyrighted or I don't want to get anybody.
I'm sorry to hear
demonetized. I was
that,
gonna have
buddy.
Alexa play
Hope you
it.
do feel better, man.
You're making me look this up now.
Alexa, play "Bird of the Word."
But we're getting demonetized.
Don't get demonetized now, kids.
We're getting demonetized.
I do not
Yep,
want
there we go. We're demonetized.
Okay, Alexa, stop music.
Stop. Please stop. We're already going too far.
Well, no, because I don't want to like get anybody demonetized. But that short little thing's not gonna get anybody demonetized.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure.
That's
sure?
not what YouTube is gonna say.
What? No,
Yeah.
come on.
I'm not trying to
Besides,
burst any
that song
bubbles,
is so
but
old
come
as-
on.
That song is so old; it's easily in public domain.
Yeah, we'll see about that. That's what YouTube doesn't like.
Let the birds are open.
I don't like being copyrighted. I don't.
I'm thinking myself, Daisy.
You gotta think of some public domain songs.
I mean, that one's gotta be.
Oh, you're gonna play some music for us here, G?
You gotta think. I don't know what songs are public domain.
I'm pretty sure that song's like 100 years old. Probably
yeah.
not really, but
There's a certain timeline where it's public, like 20
Alexa.
something.
What year did the song "Bird of the Word" release?
It was like 67 or something like that.
Yeah, I think that everything before something 24 or something.
1963.
Ah, I was like 5 years off.
You were, yeah.
God damn.
Alexa, is the song "Bird
I
of the
knew it
Word"
was-
public domain?
It was the 60s.
I don't think they know it.
Bam, there you go. Nobody's getting demonetized. It's in the public domain.
Oh, you just
Now you can bird
You
this
just
bird.
effing wait.
Look at Dazzle not trying to drop the F-bomb.
God damn it.
Now that's not public domain.
Fuck!
Hey,
Quit
you.
trying to get
How
Dazzle
do you get the lights
demonetized.
on you, Dazzo?
What?
The lights, your camera's going all different colors.
Yeah, so come my
That's because
RGB.
he's a colorful person.
I got my RGB lighting over here.
Hey, by the way, when are you guys keep on planning doing the ATS convoys? Because I keep seeing you guys live stream it, but like I never can catch it in time to join it.
Hey, there's Mikey boy.
Oh, there's Mikey.
I gotta be there when you knock Toxic off the road. I just have to witness it.
Hey, wait, look, no, that's my job to knock him off the road now. This is my job now to do that to him.
He gets you every damn time, and you know that it's coming. Like you just instinctively still follow him, knowing full well what he's gonna do, and you know it's gonna work, and you still do it.
That's
Okay.
the funny part.
I'll just
man.
hit him.
That is the
You just hit him,
absolute
yeah, but
funny
you
part.
hit him. But and that's
If you
assuming
guys-
you can catch back up to him again.
If you guys haven't already watching live stream, go check out in my shorts one of the best wrecks I did with Dazzo.
Oh, and ATS.
Yeah, when they were in the middle of a fucking raid by CJ.
Is Skittles coming back?
I
should be.
don't know yet. I don't know if he
Yes,
has
they-
a separate cord or not.
That sucks, man.
Well, when
You're
you're
getting really.
when you have XLR microphones, you need to have some backups. If you don't have it, you're SOL.
I have a blue snowball microphone.
That's what I have.
Wait, is that
I
what that big thing is in front of your face? Is the blue snowball?
He's got the Blue Yeti.
I got a Yeti.
Oh.
I have the Yeti
My
Nano,
problem is,
and you
like,
have the
I don't
Snowball.
have a lot of spaces to mount a giant freaking microphone that's got the dang, fucking tripod thing.
Oh, the mic stand.
Yeah. I just have this little freaking thing right here. That's it. That's what I'm using.
Hey,
I
And you just moved your camera over.
you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Yeah, facts. And I just knocked you guys over. This camera sucks. This webcam started to piss me off a little bit. It's all Ethan's fault anyway.
Ooh.
I was wondering if you'd catch that. He looked like he was so in depth with something. I was wondering if you could hear that.
I gotta share
Toxic,
this
you
on.
can play a song, buddy.
There he is.
There he is.
There we go.
All right, is this any better or not?
That
Yes.
sounds better.
That sounds
That
good.
sounds better.
Okay, so I'm wondering if I have a bad or not a bad mic jack then, because I've
That's-
swapped to a different port on my mixer.
That might be.
Yeah, that sounds a lot better.
Isn't that the same thing that Gigi had problems with?
Actually, yeah, come to think of
But
it.
he doesn't use a live mixer though, like I do. I think he uses Go Live. XLR.
Yeah, he uses Go XLR.
Yeah,
But
I
that's the
don't.
way XLR thing. So
Yeah,
So, all right.
that's straight up hillbilly music right there.
Yeah, that's like overpowering.
I've never heard that in a song, and I was just trying to randomly pluck away.
I mean, you pluck some hillbilly stuff. That sounded like a banjo.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's definitely banjo music.
But this isn't even a banjo. This is my newest guitar.
Jay, the
Right.
lighting on your camera, I can see into your soul.
Yeah, we can see into
What?
Jay's soul.
Like your eyes are like pitched like
Highlight.
white.
Right there.
Like I was literally looking into your soul, like man, she like look like Lilith from Supernatural.
I mean,
I remember that episode actually when she kills all the police station.
come on, you stupid.
Listen, I'm dedicated. I'm a hardcore fan of that show. See that? Along with all my marks and bruises and landscaping injuries. Listen, there's no room for whiners in landscaping, man. You cannot be a whiner. You cannot complain. You have no time to complain about anything. You slip and flip over a freaking wheelbarrow and fall on your face. Get back up, pick up the wheelbarrow, and go back to work. You ain't got time to whine, cry, and complain.
it will.
I can hear, but it on mute.
Yeah. So, I know I did not get answers from everybody, but we'll move on if we want to.
Oh no, keep going. Go back to what we were talking about. We were getting pretty in depth with that.
It was the what does music mean to you?
Yes.
That's what
Yeah.
it was.
I had my answer. Toxic, I don't think you answered it yet.
To me, it's a lot of things. It's support, in my opinion. When I'm feeling down, I just throw it on and it'll calm my ass down and be like, "This is what I need. I just
Okay,
need to
but
listen."
when you listen to that
relax."
song, is it something you just enjoy listening to, or is it a song that you relate to specifically? Like,
Oh, I mean,
say,
I have a
you're
lot
going
of
through
different
hard
songs.
time. Does that song relate to what you're going through in that hard time, or?
Well, a lot of them do. I got like different soundtracks. There's the I'm driving soundtrack, and I just want to jam out while I drive. I got the
Nice.
I'm working, so I got my workout music. There's the calm music when I'm home. There's my relaxing. I'm stressed. I'm pissed the fuck out. I need to calm down music. Then there's the workout music.
Really quick, is anybody else hearing Toxic coming out twice? I'm actually hearing a loop
I'm
back.
not.
I think it's from Apex's side.
Yeah, I wonder if
Is
you're not wearing
Just
headphones, are you?
tiny echo.
Yeah, there's a
hold
bit
on, I'm
of
gonna
echo.
turn my volume down a little bit more.
So that is really weird. It's like surreal hearing him twice. Once is enough for me.
Oh, fuck off.
Damn. How
You
about now?
skills ass
Can you
bitch.
hear it?
No, well, he's not talking right now, so
Say
Thank you.
Fuck you, you
Oh,
skills ass
probably
bitch, and stop tasting the rainbow.
No, I'm still hearing him.
You are still hearing him?
Well, the double, yeah. I'm hearing it through somebody's audio, like somebody's
It's probably my
external
microphone
speakers.
because I don't have a computer headset.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
The other one I had apparently for whatever reason won't work, and I can't get it to work, and I'm quite pissed about it because I spent like $60 on it.
Hmm? What's that?
And of course, it doesn't work because I bought it at freaking Walmart.
That's Walmart.
Freaking Walmart and their damn bullshit tools.
That's Walmart.
I bought a shovel there, right? And I was digging a hole in the backyard for my dog that had passed away, and it snapped the shovel in half. So bought it at
Naturally.
Walmart. I got what I paid for.
You buy cheap, you get cheap.
Are you
Next.
guys still hearing Toxic Double now?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a thing. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm going to move to the next question
Actually,
here.
hold on. Let me turn his user volume down a little bit. That might help.
Yeah, I had to turn down a little bit too, because it was like blasting in my ears. I'm
All right,
already.
there.
So, all right. So here's kind of a continuation of that. As most of us here are pretty much gamers, does music inspire your gaming creativity?
Yes and no. It depends.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Dazzo on that one.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Want to
Depends
elaborate?
what game it is.
How about
I will
elaborate?
say this: music does inspire me to write my own songs, but the problem is I don't have the time to sit and like write notes out on paper anymore.
Oh yeah.
But I have a couple of songs that I wrote on the piano. These I can play because they're nowhere else on the freaking internet. Nobody else knows about it. Nobody else has ever sung it, so there's no risk of demonetization because I'm the one that wrote the fucking song.
Right.
How do you think I feel right now?
Like, whatever this unit is, and it hurt like hell. It's not
Well,
funny.
let me elaborate kind of where I was going with this. So, one of the things that I did was if I play like City Skylines, I actually don't listen to the music that's inside that game. I put on SimCity 3000's music.
Oh,
And
all right.
for whatever reason, I don't know what it is about that music, but it like makes me like I feel more creative in that world. Like it's like I'm really able to like build, more more freeform
Right.
than I do like with the other, because the music that comes with City Skylines is cool, but it doesn't really move. For me, it doesn't move me. And music has to move me in order for me to really feel inspired.
Yeah.
It's like an artist. Like you go out and paint something. Why are you painting something? Is it because it's just something you want to do, or is it like you feel something inside of you? And for me, if I'm gaming or whatever, I want to feel something inside of me. Like I want to feel like I'm immersed in that world. And
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I feel like I'm immersed if I've got the wrong tunes playing or whatever. Like for example, there's this really interesting, like spacey type of relaxation audio I'll listen to, just playing freaking LSPDFR, and it's like 7 hours of just like it's the same. It's like the same 6 or 7 pieces of music, but they're just so ethereal and so really cool that I could just lose myself in like GTA 5 or LSPDFR.
Right.
And have it as my background, and I'm like, that's really freaking cool. So that's kind of what I was leaning towards with that. And I guess I wasn't as specific with the question. But
Something else that's kind of weird too, and I guess it's like a pet peeve kind of thing. Maybe now, but another thing that really inspires me to write my own music is like certain smells, right? So if I light incense in my house and I smell that incense, somehow I get this warm feeling like I want to write a song. And
why do I have impressions of him farting in his room?
Oh goodness!
I mean, when I feel that warm,
It's a very impulsive question.
Because it's like you said, it's just that warm feeling I get. I'm like, well, somebody farted then.
Dang.
Sorry, dude. I could not resist. The joke was already there. Anyway,
It was. I kind of walked into that. I'll give it to you.
Well,
all right,
shit.
cool. No, but so go ahead and Sorry for that interruption, but I just had to get that off my chest.
Oh, I was done. Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
that's just incense is like the scent of like for me, dragon's blood. It wants to make me write a rock song. You know, it's something upbeat, jumpy, and you can move to it. But something like myrrh, if I was gonna burn myrrh, I want to write a nice calming song.
Oh,
The
okay.
song that I did write, I actually wrote for a girl I was dating at the time, which,
Ooh.
yeah, that turned out to be a nightmare. I know now. I know what Beethoven went through, and he wrote for Elise.
He was deaf.
Needless to say, I wrote it for a girl, and the song is titled "The One I Love." After the relationship ended, I turned the title to from "The One I Loved" to "The One I Loved," as in past tense.
It's like the song. it's like the Guns N' Roses classic, "Patience," and then that became, "I used to love her, but I had to kill her."
Damn.
Well, actually,
That's
didn't
just,
turn
like,
into that. That
morbid.
song was actually two separate songs, but it just reminded me of my cousin who was with a woman, had a kid with her, and they had a great relationship. It started out with like the song "Patience," and then literally he put on the next track, which was "I Used to Love Her."
Wow.
So,
See,
yeah.
my dating life has been so difficult around the world, especially around where I live. Dating for me has come down to an application process. Okay, like I got to give them an application, a 10-question survey, give them they need their birth certificate, photo ID, social security card, and I'll get back in the 7 to 10 business days.
That is absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. That's a joke. Like I would never actually do that. That was a joke.
There are some people who do that though.
Are there seriously?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Damn, I was joking.
I've never
when
heard
I
of
said
anybody
it.
doing that before, but then again, I don't know a lot of weird people out there.
Listen,
you
I
see
mean,
it
I can tell you
everywhere
guys
nowadays.
horror stories from my dating scene. Okay, like I'll tell you one, just and only one.
Oh,
There was a
no.
girl I nicknamed Stitches. Okay, because she was her and I were talking, and we went out to dinner for our first date, and we went to a place called the Rail House. And it was actually a really great place. And it was a nice bar and grill. It was awesome. Great food. But the conversation started when I sat down. And I just said, hey, you know, I introduced myself. My name's Wayne. She said, oh, I'm Megan. I'm like, great. Awesome. She's like, well, if you have sex. I'm like, whoa, back up. I'm like, we just got past the introductions. She's like, you hear me out. I'm like, okay, I'm going to regret this, but go for it. She's like, if we have sex, you got to be careful. I'm like, why? She's like, well, I just had an emergency C-section and I still have my stitches in.
Wow.
I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Bye.
I left.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's like
I'm
you.
I'm like, no.
You run
Nope.
from that. Wow.
I'm not paying for that, kid. I ain't gonna.
Jeez.
So yeah, that was and then I did have a nice girl that I was dating, but it ended over New Year's. Like I spent New Year's night in a hotel with her, and into New Year's Day, and it was a great time, you know. And we had dated her for a couple of months, and then apparently she got a message from God saying that we should separate. And how am I going to argue with that? I honestly think it was a kind of a cop out, you know.
From
I think as a matter of fact, Skittles, I think I remember talking to you about this.
yeah, we talked about that offline. Yeah, and I basically said, yeah, it doesn't work like that.
No. That's right. I did have that. I remember.
God
now.
don't play. Yeah, God don't play like that.
Her whole thing was, well, I prayed about it for about a week, and I think the Lord wants us to go our separate ways. I'm like,
Yes, can
okay,
everybody
I
over here
can't,
to my
I
channel,
can't,
please?
I have no comeback for that. Like,
That's more of her
what am I
thing.
going to say? No,
not
you should
a-
ignore God.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're not wrong. It's just that's just the excuse train, if you will.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Definitely.
I love that it's not you, it's me type of
A lot of my
mentality.
friends have been encouraging me to try again, but I'm at that point where I'm just like in the back of my mind, I can't trust anybody. Like I'm always gonna wonder in the back of my mind. I can even act it out, right? And act like I'm all happy in the relationship and everything, but in the back of my mind, I'm always gonna wonder when they're gonna leave, when that other shoe is gonna drop.
Oh, hello there, TLB.
Apparently, it's super hard to find that special someone that you're gonna
It
be
is,
with
though,
for a
right?
very long time.
Why do you
You
think I
went with a
stopped
lot of
Are you
trying?
currently seeing anybody, Jay?
Hmm?
Are you currently seeing anybody?
I saw 2 people. We're not together anymore.
Oh, that's a bummer.
You
What
end
about
up
you,
with a lot of
Toxic?
screws early on, and then you can find somebody.
Is anybody here got a significant other?
I do.
Ooh.
12
you're
years.
lucky. Hold on to that, dude, because that
Wow.
is so rare, especially around where I live.
I
There's a
don't
lot of hard
really-
work, folks.
It does,
Well,
right? It takes 2, doesn't it? And then listen, around where I live, a relationship is based on mutual gain. Oh, she's got a nice ass. He's got money.
Right.
Mutual
I mean,
gain.
The nice thing
do-
is that there's none of that money bullshit conversation. It's like, we're not because we got money or whatever. It's just like, hey,
Right.
What matters is
finding her was
is-
like a miracle.
Yeah, exactly. What matters is the person's soul, their personality.
Yeah.
Who cares how much money they have, what kind of car they're driving?
Well, you got to remember too, we live in a very vanity-driven world too, where you look at some of these people out there. They will just marry because of money. Thank Hollywood for that. Hollywood is all about, I'm going to marry you because you got money.
I mean, let's be honest. If I got a chance to date Victoria Justice, I would lock that shit down.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest.
You look at things like marriage. I mean, marriage is such a laughable thing for so many people. It's like, yeah, I got married and then I got divorced. Like, they made divorce so fucking simple. It's like,
but at the same time, if the minute you get divorced, like, everything you own is like 50-50, right? So, like, let's say we had this great gaming PC setup, right? You divorce, she gets her damn gaming PC. She gets the freaking car. She got the house. What do you got? A one-bedroom
And she probably doesn't even
laptop.
And here's the thing. What you guys don't get is that divorce was essentially only for infidelity. If that's the biggest trust breaker out there is cheating. And the whole thing, and I'll bring this up because this is kind of where it started. A former president of ours named Ronald Reagan decided when he was governor, he wanted to divorce his first wife to marry Nancy Reagan. Well, guess what? He helped make these rules about divorce being irreconcilable differences. In other words, I just lost interest. It became the ultimate excuse for every fucking couple out there. And then as courts started to rule more into these worlds, they said, no, we're going to side with one direction only, the woman. And if you ever notice, most divorces always go that route. Almost every fucking divorce goes the other way. And if this pisses off women out there, guess what? You started this.
Right.
There was no honesty. There was no, let's work through this. Now some will say, well, what about abuse? What about all this other shit?
Real quick, I have to shout out Operative Phoenix. This is what Operative said in my live chat. He said, I'd stay true to your heart, Apex. I had a similar thing happen to me before I found my current wife. Operative, I'm glad you finally found her, man. That's awesome. That's so rare to find that, that one person.
The one that really sucks, though, is the ones who they'll be married and they'll go to like the 10-year is the true test.
Well, the thing
if you can go beyond 10 years and not divorce, your marriage will pretty much last, at least in this modern time, because 10 years is when the shit starts getting really weird.
The biggest thing that scares me about dating, like, actually, I'm not usually afraid of anything, okay? I'm a fearless guy. I'll do anything. I mean, almost anything. I still kind of don't like the idea of heights, but I'm not exactly afraid of it. I'll do what I have to. But anyway, getting off the rant, the thing that scares me the most about dating is the girls that lie about their age.
Oh, yeah.
That scares the shit out of me because your life is over if anybody finds out. It happened to me one time, and I never ran faster in my life. As a matter of fact, I took down the screen door on the way out of the house. Like, I forgot to open the screen door, and I took that shit down on the way out.
Ooh.
Good job.
Because what ended up happening was, like, I found out because, we were at that point in the relationship where, you turn the lights off in the room, and
I
found her photo ID that said under 21 until, so I'm like, So I picked it up, I'm like, oh, freaking hell, she's 16. I ran so far out of the house.
She?
She was actually 16. She said she was 25, and she looked 25.
Yeah.
I never ran faster in my life.
Never judge a girl by their looks. They can be real deceiving.
Really can't.
You're damn right they can. I'm plenty, and that shit happened to me on Plenty of Fish.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've tried Plenty of Fish, Harmony, Match. I even tried ChristianMingles.com and struck out there.
Yeah, that's even worse, man. That's like so, not pardon the pun, but very toxic.
Nice. Nice pun.
Very funny, very funny.
But see,
There's something called meeting people
all
in
those
real
situations
life.
I came out of them without any issues, and I'm still alive to be the positive person that I am today. It didn't. Those were the circumstances. Yeah, some of them hurt. Okay, they did, but it didn't change my personality. I still am who I am.
Right. All right, so
I mean,
here's a very universal question.
Oh.
What bands or artists are in your current playlist?
Ooh.
that's too many to. That's too many to
No,
name.
just
Sorry.
name a couple.
Too many.
That's
Are
way
you
too
talking about like one that stands out above all the others?
No,
or...
just what are you currently listening to? What is in your current playlist?
For me right now, it's actually Clay Aiken.
Okay. Daz?
Noise. Go Toxic first.
Oh,
Okay, give me some time. I gotta get my fucking playlist open
Oh,
over
let me
here.
guess. Hold on, let me guess.
You
Let me
should
guess.
have come prepared.
He's got Justin Bieber, Justin
No.
Timberlake.
Hate them.
yeah.
Think it's like a dick.
Britney
Bull
Spears.
crap! I could hear you all the way from my house, wherever you
Only
live,
listen
singing
to the old
"Baby,
ones.
No,
baby, baby."
Talk-
Oh.
No, Toxic. He's got. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie
Yes.
world.
Now that's a good
I'm not
one.
afraid to go grab a
Fantastic.
gun.
It's like
I'm not afraid to grab a
plastic. You
gun.
can brush my hair and dust me everywhere.
All right, look. If we're gonna be, are we gonna be honest? Are we gonna be honest? Okay, guys. All right,
Oh,
I'll be honest. I will be honest. My number one person that I listen to on Spotify the most recently, ever since I got into their music, Gorillaz.
Decent.
All right, that's not terrible though.
But they're the newer ones. If I want to go old school, I could go to my records and I could pull out some Pink Floyd or some Elvis Presley and jam
Dude,
out to
they're actually
that.
coming back out with vinyl stuff now.
Why do you
That
think
was
I
not
like
for a while.
vinyl so much?
Vinyl's
Just
good.
sounds better.
Back off about
Operative
15
says
because
that he's
record
learned
songs
to
are
be
good.
skeptical. Also, he works in private security, so he knows the signs of a lying person. Behavior.
Behavior.
Can you learn how to speak?
Behavior. You know what? Fuck it.
That word.
Analysis is part of a job. Or part of his job.
Yeah.
Why can't I say the word like stroking owl? Like I'm having a stroke. I'm having an actual stroke.
Behavioral.
Behavior. There it is. I got it. That was the term. Behavior. Oh my god, why was that so hard? Like,
You want
I
to know
literally
that
forgot
too.
how to read for like a second. Like, god damn. Oh shit,
So-
I took Lord's name in vain. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Oh, you're.
I
Whoops.
don't. Who the
So-
fuck? Okay, I think Eminem. I can recognize that, but I don't know who the hell Cream Nightclub and Upsal is.
You know, I
I don't
actually
know
do
who
that
the-
a lot. Actually, I really gotta stop doing that. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Skills. Go for it.
No, it's all right. All right. Now this one might be a little bit tougher for you guys, because
Okay.
you can only choose one. But who is your all-time favorite artist or band?
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
Pick one.
Okay.
All time.
All
I've
time.
got one.
Oh god.
Can it be from like any era?
Any era.
Yeah, I don't think.
Any
think
era. I don't
matters.
restrict on that.
Damn, that's
Mickey's
really is a
back.
tough one. Shit.
I
Who wants
got
to go
one,
first?
Skittles.
I think.
And
I
I'll
think,
make
you
it-
know
I'll
what? I
make it
think
a little
because
bit
Skittles
easier.
asked the question,
It could be
gets to go first.
It can be somebody that you've maybe recently discovered who's like taken the place of a band of the past, like somebody that you just discovered now, and you're like, I need this
Well,
in
I
my life,
didn't-
and this like trumps everything else I've ever liked.
Okay,
there's
if I
something
was
for
gonna
you.
pick one, I would have to say it's the acapella group Home Free.
Oh,
right.
oh, that's good.
Never heard
What's
of
up, Antonio?
Their
Cool.
version of Elvira was on fire.
it.
All their versions are so good.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I have I like Blake Shelton.
Oh yeah, he's
Who?
good too.
Blake Sheldon.
Blake Shelton.
Sheldon is his last name.
Blake Shelton, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was
Who's messaging me in
coach on
Discord?
The Voice for 23 seasons.
Why is
Can
this
you-
coming with a bunch of T's and dots?
Favorite artist? I would have to say it's the band I recently discovered about 2 years ago. They're a British band. They're called Royal Blood. They actually have some great music.
All right.
Mine
Got
is
one, Dad?
Oh,
Alexandra
thank God, I
K.
appreciate that, man.
Ooh.
And it's Shelton. Okay, Shelton. I thought it was Sheldon. I was like a D.
Yeah, the
No.
same
He's a country singer.
freaking.
No, Blake Shelton.
You know, one of my all-time favorite country singer, and you guys may disagree with me, and you may shun me, but the greatest country singer, in my opinion, was John Denver.
Willie Nelson.
Oh my god.
I love John
I-
Denver. He
now-
was one of a kind.
I never
He was
considered
kinda
John
confusing,
that
so-
much of a country
Rodney
singer.
Atkins
I
isn't bad.
consider him
Either. I
more
kind of like
folk.
Rodney Atkins.
He was, to me, John Denver was more folk, but I agree. He's a fucking amazing singer.
Some
So
older
sad.
songs.
Take
Dude,
take
his
away
voice
from
was
him.
always so clear, no matter what.
Oh hell yeah!
I
Oh
am
yeah!
a
I
huge
played the
fan
shit out of mountain
music.
music or country roads. I
Oh,
played the shit
yeah.
out of that one. That's
Country
great. So I was
Roads,
like, oh, hell yeah.
Sunshine on my
know-
shoulders.
Shoulders.
I mean, if we're
Sunshine.
gonna do
I think that's
country
Andy's song.
singers, I gotta go with Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson's a great country singer, in my
I have
opinion.
not
I've
heard his
heard of him
music.
personally.
What about you, Jay? Who's your favorite country singer?
Oh god, that's hard. That's so hard because
That's
I
what she
really
said.
listen to like a very, very
Yeah,
mixed.
you kind of seem like a country girl.
Oh yeah, I am a country girl, but I listen
I
to
turned
a lot of
country fan.
Huh? really, so it's kind of hard to choose. Maybe
Right.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to check
Okay,
my
pick
playlist
at least
what I have the
your
most.
favorite out of 5.
Oh,
Make it a little bit easier.
Where is it?
Oh,
She's looking at her playlist.
She is, yeah.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
hardcore, like dead staring at it.
Oh, yeah.
she's gotta go
She's
through
like,
that
that
list.
one? No, not that one. Skip. That one, left swipe. Nope.
Oh, XC's always here, operative. XC's always going to be on my check. She's one of my managers. She's my only manager.
Operative, if you're new.
Nobody can manage Toxic. Nobody puts
I'm looking
manager.
for more
Nobody puts
Swear to God,
Toxic
that's
in
freaking
order.
banjo, dude.
It's not even a banjo. That's the thing. It's just a Telecaster.
Okay,
Oh
well, it
yeah, I
sounds
heard
like a
about those
banjo.
things.
ATOB, welcome
Alright.
to my chat.
Well, Dazzle, I actually missed what you had said about your favorite artist. I didn't quite get it. Who would
Yeah,
you
I
say?
didn't
it was?
quite get it.
Alexandra K.
Okay.
Alexandra
Is
Raquet.
that one of the new girls?
Yeah, she's one of the new girls that was
Oh, I
rose to
know.
popularity
Oh
the last few
yeah,
years.
she's good.
Okay, if we're gonna talk like I'm kind of going being a little random for a minute, but if we're gonna talk like pop singers from like Nickelodeon shows, easily for me, it's Victoria Justice,
Oh,
Elizabeth
God.
Gillies, right
Oh,
there.
no.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Listen,
my
listen.
brain
Just
broke.
because they're on and Big Time Rush, but listen, just because they're on a freaking Nickelodeon show does not mean they aren't, still a band, still musicians.
Yeah.
Just because they're on freaking Nickelodeon, everybody hates a band because they were on Nickelodeon. Who gives a shit? They're still a freaking musical band. They still produce hit
And they have
music.
good music.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? I am a little bit of a freak for boy bands, but there's only 2: Big Time Rush and Backstreet
Hey,
Boys.
operative.
Hmm.
Well, don't get me wrong.
And a little bit of NSYNC. Not too much.
Welcome.
The Beach Boys are a good boys band, in my opinion, along with the Beatles.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, if we're gonna go old school, definitely the Beach Boys.
Beach Boys,
and
the
the-
Beatles.
Beatles, absolutely.
Gotta have the Beatles.
Peter, Paul, and Mary. Actually, they're not actually a boy band. Come to think of
More
it.
people to get to 1,100.
John, Paul, George, and Ringo. Gotta have them. You gotta.
Yeah. All that's
And
the old school stuff.
don't forget the Who. Can't forget the Who.
Who's that?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't listened.
You've
I don't know
never
who that
heard
is.
of the Who?
I have not.
No.
Oh my god.
Is it like an old band or something?
Listen, not everybody can listen to
That's
every
from the
damn song in the
70s.
world, Like, damn, you know how many times a day I go through at work, somebody's like, oh, you know this song? I'm like, no. Oh my god, you don't know that song? I'm like, no, because I can't know every goddamn song in the world.
Yeah,
Do you
because
know how
that's
many
your-
songs I have on my playlist?
People
I
are feeling
have-
like, oh, you're too young for that song. No,
I
it's not that I'm
got-
too young for the song. It's, I never had the opportunity to freaking hear
Yeah.
it.
It's
Spotify.
just
Open
that
up
you have
Spotify.
a different music taste.
Exactly. Well, I have a different genre of music. Some people blast rap and the freaking subwoofers as they pull in, and they turn that vibration up any louder, they're gonna bust their damn
Oh,
windows
thank
out.
you.
Oh yeah.
They're like, I'm like, that's not music.
No, it's not.
That's just distortion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
No, not the Who's from the Grinch. They were a band in the 70s.
Who's from the Grinch?
Correction, the band from the 60s.
Excuse me. They were in the late 60s into the early 70s.
Bro just
My
got
time is a
fact
little
checked.
Fuck off. Just because of that, I'm going back to my banjo guitar, apparently, because it sounds like a banjo.
He's been watching too much Deliverance.
Well, okay, you know what? Let's take a vote.
I've
If
never
all
even
in
seen the
favor of
movie.
It sounded like a banjo. Say aye. Raise your hand.
It's not a banjo.
As a
It's a
guitar
banjo.
player, bass player, no, that's a guitar for sure. Because I know what a banjo sounds like, and it's not a
Describe your
banjo.
experience with the banjo.
It's not, because I can't play a banjo.
I mean, the banjo is pretty much the same thing as a guitar. It just has 4 strings and sounds like that.
It has 5
Yeah,
strings.
it's tuned different.
Okay, well, you know what? I don't know anything about certain things. Okay? Piano's my gig, and like a very little bit of guitar.
Yeah.
I did start writing a song on the guitar, though. I could play that, actually. For
I
you guys
always
if you
thought it
want
was
me to.
really funny that the term pianist is a thing. I
Mhm.
always thought that was.
You know what?
He's a
That
pianist.
freaks me out, I'm not gonna lie. Pianist, I don't know why. That word just does not do it for me. I prefer to stick with
I'm a
musician.
pianist
I think
Yeah.
it's because it's got the word P in it. You know, I think that's just.
because
No.
it's just another
Oh, what do you
word.
do? Oh, I'm a pianist. Gay?
And
No, I'm
it's
not.
funny.
Oh,
I know,
okay,
right?
I got a fun story that you would like. So this one really, I mean, you could tell this girl didn't take care of herself. I'm kind of reverting back to the dating thing for a second, but this is because the story's hilarious. So this girl was hitting on me really hardcore at Tops. It was like a Tops is kind of like a grocery store around where I live, and it's actually a dying thing because other stores are buying it out. But anyway, so this girl's like, "Hey, you want to go on a date?" And she was like, you could tell she was like 400 pounds easy. She never took care of herself a day in her life. She had a bigger mustache than I did. And she's like, "Hey,
What
you want to go on a
mustache?
date?" I'm like, I'm actually gay.
Oh,
And she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know." I'm like, "Yeah, bye, Helga." My buddy Jack, he's walking around the store with me. He's like, "Dude, are you really gay?" I'm like, "No, but she didn't have to know that." He's like, "So what was your point there?" I'm like, "I let her down without hurting her feelings, and I got myself out of the situation. I
You gotta
defended
do what you
myself."
gotta do.
Yeah, really. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not against big girls. I'm not. But you got to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
You got to have the hygiene. Anyway, getting off the dating thing now. The story popped into my head and I had to share it with you because I thought you'd get a good laugh out of it.
I don't really go deep into the dating thing because do I have
It could be
someone?
offensive
Yes, I
subject
do.
for some.
I have someone, but it's very controversial of who I have because
Oh.
everyone judges me.
Yeah, see, I don't like judgy people.
So I
Everyone
kind
has
of just stay out of the area.
Well, I think the
Everyone
reason
has
why
preferences.
people judge because we know it's Rosie Palm.
I also
No.
feel like people judge because, you know, their life is
Oh,
boring
nobody got
enough
the
that they
joke.
can't. They
Oh.
have to pay attention to somebody else's life.
I don't play with
Yeah.
my hand, you stupid fuck. It's actually a person.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Well, Rosie was this person.
Wait, hold
No,
on, back up.
there's
What?
actually a. He made a Palm.
Apparently, you missed the joke. You guys missed the joke.
He made a
Did
Pamela
you
Anderson
make
joke.
a right-handed joke?
Yeah,
I
he
made a
did.
right hand joke. I said
He made
Rosie
a
Palm.
hand joke.
I had a hand joke.
Who said I used my right hand?
I could have said Rosie Palm and her 4 daughters, but I didn't say that.
It's Pamela Anderson and her 5 sisters.
Oh?
I never. That one I
Wait a
hadn't
minute,
heard.
what?
Before, but okay.
I've always said it like that if I'm joking around with someone about it. But that's
Well, I
not who
guess
I'm
I'm
dating. I'm just different.
Okay. That's fair. There's nothing wrong with being different.
All right.
It's just-
So,
My personal preferences.
all right. Before we get too crazy here, this is going to be another excerpt for this little format here. It's about or myself or for Toxic or even now for Apex. In our case, for Toxic, who inspired you to pick up the guitar?
That would be my 10th grade music teacher. Because at the time, I was just going to school. This was like a literal jail school. It was meant for the kids that did the stupid shit and got in trouble. And it was my only escape in this school was my music teacher. He was amazing. He dressed like he was still in the fucking 70s. Wore Hey Dudes all the time.
Nice.
Had the big curly hair, the retro shirts and everything. He was a really cool cat.
So, in other words, what you're saying, he was a real life Shaggy.
Basically. But he didn't have the facial hair or anything. He just had the big curly hair and he had the colorful retro shirt.
I was gonna go with either curly hair or the big giant circular fro.
Not that big. He had you know how people they get the top of their hair completely long but the rest of it has been shaved off?
Oh yeah,
He did that look.
like the Slim Jim guy.
Yeah, basically, but he let it go wild all around the top of his head. He
That's
was cool.
crazy.
But anyways, he had a little tiny section. It was a little maybe 10 by 10 square area of just musical instruments, drums, keyboard, a ton of guitars. And one day I asked, "Hey, could I play one of those? I like musical instruments." He was like, "Sure." And I just started to pick up a guitar and play slowly over time. And I learned by ear. I never really read sheet music because it's stupid.
So that's actually where my struggle is right now. I've always learned off of like YouTube videos. So I'm getting to the point now where I'm learning sheet music. And I can read it to a point. I'm just not fast enough to play like, so if a song is in like 4/4 or whatever, I can't read the music fast enough to play the 4/4. And then I always start and stop halfway through the song to make sure I'm getting the notes right, because I can't trust my fingers to like make it happen, make it sound right. So then the song doesn't sound right anyway, because I'm trying to make it sound right, but I keep stopping in the middle of playing the damn song. So then I go back and I try to actually match the 4/4 by remembering what I played before, and it's a nightmare. So sheet music for me is actually really hard to learn.
Yeah,
but I'm
I don't know
trying.
what any of that shit means. I just play by ear.
Okay, so I've struggled with sight reading pretty much my entire music life. I never really, I couldn't comprehend, like my brain couldn't wrap around the notes.
Like
Now,
I understand, right?
what I picked up on somewhat was tablature, which is only found in guitar, bass, and things like that, where it's the notes are in the same position as the notes on the guitar. So, for example, if you're looking for an E for bass, it's an E on the fourth string would be represented by 0 because that's an open E.
Well, I do know for acoustic guitars, it's actually easier to write music for those, because acoustic guitars, I don't know about bass, but if you're writing music with acoustic guitars, there's only the treble clef. No,
so bass clef is one octave lower than guitar. Physically lower than a guitar. 6-string guitars all across the board, for the most part, are standard tune E, A, D, G, B, E. All the notes are going to be the same, how they're constructed, how they're formed. Now, if you're doing alternate tunings, I'm not even talking about that because that changes everything up.
Oh, yeah,
but when you're talking about standard tuning, E, A, D, G, B, E, it's going to be the same on an acoustic, it's going to be the same on electric. Same notes. Bass is the first 4 strings, or typically, so it's E, A, D, G. And in the case of a 5-string, like mine, it's a low B, so B, E, A, D, G. And if you have a 6-string bass, then the last note is a C. So they're all tuned in fourths. So if you look at a B to E, C to D, whatever, that's all a fourth apart. So the chord construction for me I didn't really sit in. I was like, okay, this is breaking my brain or whatever, trying to read notes. And I'm like, okay. So like Toxic, I spent my life just learning, listening to the song, and then just finding my root notes. Just finding, okay, what note is that? Okay, if I can hear it, let's see if I can find it on my strings. And then, there it is. Okay, there's that. Then what's that relating to? Where's that going?
Right.
And then, okay, now I've got this. And
well, the thing that gets me about piano the most is, like, I can read the basic note on the staff. Like, I can read A, B, C, D, E, F, G all the way up to the staff in both right and left hand. The problem is when they start throwing the different notes in, like the half notes, the quarter notes, the dotted half notes, then they have the freaking legato slurs, and then they got all this other freaking crap in the thing. They're like, wait, back the hell up. Slow down.
It's even worse when you put pitches on it.
Yeah. Or they have little pedal thing, too.
Yeah, pedal movement, too, yeah. And that's why my grandmother once said to my mom when I was very, very young, she said, he's going to be a piano player. And I'm like, I wish I would have been, but I'm not. Piano is very odd because, one, it's a percussive instrument. So it's not a stringed instrument, it's a percussive instrument because the hammers are actually what makes contact with the strings. So they consider it percussive.
The cool thing I like about the piano is it can be both a backup instrument for like a lead guitar, or it can be a lead instrument.
Yeah.
It's a lead and a rhythmic instrument.
Works either way.
You know,
exactly.
I mean, listen to Jordan Rudess from Dream Theater, how he can just trade licks with John Petrucci, or in just a really awesome, just freeform jazz thing, can just do some of the most amazing. My brain can't wrap around.
Is that a guitar you have in your hand?
Nope.
You get
Oh, okay, cool.
So,
I didn't know you played
Um,
instruments.
all right. So Toxic, you
Yeah.
play piano. Who
Well-
inspired you?
I don't play piano.
I meant Apex. I'm sorry.
I thought to say,
He makes
I
me
don't play
do
piano.
now.
What the fuck?
Hey, my microphone didn't fucking work, so give me some breaks here.
Microphone? I think you mean your mouth, you stupid.
No excuses.
Hey,
Operator error.
Hi, Xander. Oh,
Dazzo, do you
shit.
play any instruments?
Nope.
Come on, man.
I
Never
got into
had
it.
a desire. It doesn't seem like you ever
Play
had.
the kazoo or something.
Yeah,
Play the
Dazzo.
recorder.
We're all musicians in this place.
I never fully got into it, even in high school.
I'm not gonna
Listen, you know what's funny? So in high school, when I was learning how to play the recorder, you know that little stupid ass little fucking flute thing. Well,
Because
that
it was
was
the
when
most
I first
complex
learned about was
instrument.
learning about music and sheets and all that stuff, right? That was the day that I learned you could not copy off the next person next to you, like where they were playing. I'm like, where the fuck are we in this? Shit, we got the same paper. So I just kind of blew into the thing and moved my fingers around to make it look good. I had no idea what I was doing.
Man, I was all about playing hockey,
How you doing?
sports.
I mean, I
Yeah,
played
you're
sports
one of
too. I
the-
played football in high school for 2
one of
years
the
until I got
jocks.
tackled by a guy 3 times my size, and I had spinal injuries. I'm like, yep, we're done with this sport. We're moving to baseball.
Wait,
Yeah, trust me.
never Xander, I never said that.
Yeah,
I know for one thing, for me, there were many avenues that inspired me to pick up my bass.
I'm already subscribed to.
One was I've been musically inclined since I was about 2 years old, and I was singing at age 2. By the time I was 4 years old, I was obsessing about drums, like I want a drum set. I'm from the MTV, the first generation of MTV kids, and I'm not talking adults or teenagers. I'm talking
Good
about I was a
MTV.
child when MTV was actually a thing.
When it was
When
actually
MTV
music videos.
played music
Yeah.
videos, when it
Yeah,
was.
it's not even. Is it MTV?
It's
still
not
a
even
thing?
MTV. MTV is literally empty TV. It is
Yep.
dog crap garbage. Why it's even called MTV anymore, I have no idea.
So
But
it's
the
kind of like
biggest
Fox
thing,
News.
not even that. No, it's even worse than that. So I think for me, the music bug was already in me, and when I was about 8, little story about this. My dad used to when people owed him money, they would pay him in music instruments, guitars, basses, amplifiers, whatever. And so I think part of my obsession with music comes from that, but also he had an acoustic guitar, an old Aria, that I used to take out of the closet and pick at it or whatever. And all my parents were kind
Sorry
of freaked
guys,
out
I'm
about
not
that
paying.
because they're
I'm
like, well,
not
he's gonna
that
break
much
it.
talkative tonight.
And because I was very destructive as a kid, I mean, all my toys never
Yeah.
survived.
I wasn't
Mhm.
destructive as a kid. I was just accident prone.
No, I was a destructive SOB. I'm like, I break shit. I would get so mad at break
I mean, I
shit.
would break shit if I got pissed. Like, I can't tell you how many times I flipped my desk over at school.
Yeah, well, I never did that, but I definitely broke toys.
I
So
broke
they were always
vases.
concerned about that. Plus, yeah, well, I'll get to that in a second. And I remember about being 12 years old, I got my very first electric guitar. It was basically a Les Paul copy. It was called a Grande. And I never liked playing guitar because I don't have good fast chord changes. Like I can't, like, your traditional shapes. I couldn't go from like certain chords to certain chords, like a C to a G. That's a really hard transition chord for me. Or
Yeah, that actually is on guitar.
yeah, and I couldn't get it right. I could do power chords, but I've also got big hands, so it's like, well, they didn't really fit properly on the guitar because they're just monsters.
Yeah, I'm still on it.
Not like sausages, where they're just bass player hands. So a friend of mine and I were sitting outside because we were talking about being in a band, and this is in the mid '80s, and we were thinking, okay, well, we love Metallica, we love Guns N' Roses. I mean, this is like the biggest bands of our lifetimes. And I'm like, okay, what do I want to do? And he's like, well, if you can't get a drum set, because let's face it, drums are bloody expensive.
Yeah.
Even back then, I mean, yes, you can get shitty kits and whatever today, but if you really look at it, drums are one of the most expensive instruments to get involved with, or get involved with. And what I remember was him saying, you know what? If you can't get a drum set and you don't really want to play guitar, why don't you try your hand at bass?
My cousin.
And I kind of, when I was about 12 years old, I kind of, sort of fiddled with the bass. And I was
Yeah,
like,
but bass still is a guitar, though.
It is, but it's a different animal. I mean, a lot of people don't get that bass is its own monster. It's its own thing because
Oh yeah, definitely. It
definitely
is.
You are just in a whole different realm because you're thinking in different terms. Like you're thinking.
So let me
mostly,
ask you this then: if I were to take two of the strings off of my acoustic guitar, will it become a bass guitar?
Never. It's a wrong tuning. I'm sorry. It's too high range. In other words, you're an octave higher in guitar.
Yeah, but can't you tune it for
No,
the bass?
you could not tune an octave. You could not tune it to properly play it to the level
So what
that
you're
a bass.
saying is a bass guitar has its own specialty type of string.
Yeah, that's why they're thick because they have to drop down. They're literally an octave lower, so that's why
So
the strings.
bottom three strings are actually different thicknesses than an acoustic.
Oh, by far, yeah.
String.
Like the gauge is all millimeters, and so my gauge is a 130 millimeter, 105, 85, 65, and 45.
Which is big.
Your one string, your 45 on my string, is going to be your E string on a guitar. That's how big of a difference there is. So when I went to bass, I was like, okay, all right, I'll give it a try. But who really inspired me though, there was two musicians that inspired me the most: Steve Harris of Iron Maiden and Cliff Burton of Metallica. Two of the most influential bass players of my lifetime, my generation. As a teenager, as a preteen, as a teenager, that's who inspired me the most. Because what they were doing with bass was nothing I'd ever heard before. Yes, there were people before them that were somewhat like that. Cliff was a riffer. He played bass more like a guitar. Steve played bass like, I can't even describe it because he championed the gallop. Listen to The Trooper, listen to Run to the Hills. You hear that dun 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 dun. He championed that. He wasn't the inventor of it, but he basically popularized it. And the way he attacked it, and the way they both played. I also don't play with picks. I use the finger technique.
I play with picks.
Well, guitar players would. Well, there's a few exceptions. I know Lindsey Buckingham of Fleetwood Mac never uses a pick. It's all finger plucked. And
you should be able to play Free Fallin' on the guitar. The only song I can play on the guitar is like "What Makes You Beautiful" by One Direction, and the half a song that I have written.
Yeah,
that's it.
And
I could also play "Hush Little Baby." But I learned that for a girl I was dating that actually had a kid, so I wrote kind of my own arrangement to it, and it made that way she could sing that arrangement to the kid.
Computer died.
Your what died? Your what? Huh?
My computer died and I can't charge it.
Why?
Because it lags like extremely every time it charges.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Oh well, I'm on a phone right now.
So, that's kind of why I got into the whole music thing and why picking up bass is kind of like, it was last resort essentially.
So part of it too. Because of an artist on YouTube. I don't know if you guys have heard of her, but it's called. Her name is Pianist Miri, or she also goes by Miri Lee. I think her channel is, and she plays extraordinary piano. Like she takes the piano covers that I do for like the One Direction covers, and she like tops it times 10. I'm like, I want to learn how to play just like that. And what is it now? 6 or 7 years later, off and on doing it, and I'm still nowhere near that.
Yeah.
Like her fingers move so damn fast, dude. It's like it messes with your mind.
Yeah, that takes years of practice.
And she uses the full freaking thing. She's like all over the 88 keys.
Well, I believe it. I mean, there's guitar players that I just can't believe can do what they do. It's like their strings. It's like you're playing so fast, your strings are just going to snap. Or you're gonna,
the other thing I hate about guitar. Don't get me wrong, I've heard some great guitar music, but the thing I hate about guitar is you always hear when they slide down the fretboard. You always hear the zzz.
Oh, I love that. I love that sound, though. I love that sound.
Awesome.
To me, it ruins the song because then you hear the song and then you hear zzz, and then you hear the rest of the pitch and then you're like, ugh. It's kind of like scratching your car trying to get out of a parking space. You know you're backing up, then you hear that noise when you scrape up against something, and then you're like, shit.
Right.
That's what it sounds like to me. I mean, that's probably like a really bad or off the wall comparison, but
Right.
Yep.
So, on that topic here, was the instrument you play now your first choice? Was it what you wanted to play ultimately, or did you, like with my story, it was basically drums, the guitar, then bass?
yeah,
And it wasn't
ultimately
like-
for me it was the piano, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm absolutely best at. The guitar I picked up just so because it was my belief a long time ago, and I mean this still kind of is to a degree, but it was my belief that every musician should be able to play at least 2 instruments. At least. But at the same time, if you're really good enough at one of them, is the second one really required? So I'm kind of on the fence on my own belief. You know what I mean? Like, obviously you should focus on one instrument, get good at that instrument before you try to pick up another one, which is kind of why I dropped off of guitar for a while and went back to just focusing on piano. But at the same time, I still
Sometimes it's best to
maintain what I
focus
do
on
know
one.
on guitar.
I was just bored, to be honest. I get bored so easy. I'm like, well, even though I don't consider myself a drummer, I can play drums. And
See, I do have my dad's old electric drum set. My dad passed away back in like 2020 of a stroke, but I have his old and it's an electric drum set, but it's in pieces and pieces are missing, and I can't put the whole thing together and reassemble it. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with it.
you never
Eventually,
know.
I'd like to try to figure out how to put it
Maybe
together.
No, we
and
might
play
get the
it.
parts for it someday.
I
Yeah,
keep
maybe.
it, yeah.
I mean, that thing is so old, I don't even know if I can get the parts for it. I had to like hire somebody to come to my house and be like, hey,
Oh
how
yeah.
does that motherfucker go together?
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my
So-
story is different. I mean, we all know when you're younger, you fuck around with like the little flute or whatever it is when you're a kid.
Dude, you know what's always funny is, real quick before you get into that story, I started out on the piano playing the little fucking phone apps, like the little piano button
Oh,
things,
yeah,
and then I
those
upgraded
ones.
to like a little kid 66 key piano thing, and then I bought my first ever huge piano, an upright, a Kohler, a 1991 Kohler and Campbell for $2,500, which sits out there. I have a second piano in a storage unit that I got for free for a church, but then I have behind me over there, that's that long black thing, is my electric keyboard.
Oh, those things are the best.
Yeah, there's so many settings on it. I just can't tell which ones I like. But anyway, Toxic, I'm
And they
sorry to
sound
interrupt you.
so good.
Go ahead and tell us your story.
No, it's all right. It's all right. So about, I want to say 12, 13 years of my age, I started to get into the drums because it was something needed for middle school.
So
I
the
wanted
drums
to
were
be
your
in-
first instrument.
Basically, but it was like the little snare drum that you could do during your school.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So a marching band.
Yeah, basically. I did that for 6 months. Couldn't get into it for the life of me. No matter what I did, I was just not interested in the drums. So basically, I dropped off. Then, 3 years later, I go to a different school. I meet the awesome 70s style music teacher and start getting into the piano a little bit. Then I'm like, I can't do piano. I can't do that two-hand, can't figure that shit out. No.
Well, the thing that messes a lot of people up with piano is switching from a white key to a black key.
That's so confusing.
And even on my electric piano behind me, a lot of times I'll be tuning along to a song. I can play it perfect without any issues on my other piano because the keys are wider and like the black keys are wider. On this, like the keys are glossed over with something, right? So like your fingers slip and slide off of the damn key as you push down on it, and they're a lot narrower. Even though 88 keys is compacted into a smaller device, it's not as big as my upright piano in the other room. So, like, and again, they're glossed over, so when you push a key, your finger slips off of it, and then you hit a wrong note, and it's like, fuck!
Well, they're not even weighted either.
That too.
Yeah, makes a difference. By the way, the difference between white keys and black keys, white keys are your majors and minors are your black keys.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Sharps and flats.
Yep, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I learned maybe one song on the piano, and it's the only song I can play where I can do one-handed at first and swap the other hand by taking the other hand off, and that's Axel F. from
Okay.
Beverly Hills Cop.
yeah.
Because it's such an
Beverly Hills
easy
Cop
song
theme.
for me to control with one
Oh,
hand.
is that the one that
and
goes
then
like
swap my
do
hands.
do do do?
Oh yeah, the Crazy Frog song.
Oh, okay.
The Herbie Hancock song.
Yeah, that one. I learned that on piano. It took me about a week, and then I'm like, I can't get into piano. And then I just grabbed a Fender Stratocaster, which is his main guitar that the music teacher had, and I just played. I slowly just started playing over time.
Right.
First song I think I remember learning was actually Ghost Riders in the Sky. Because
nice.
it was a song my dad would play all the time, and it's like, well, that's a cool song. I want to learn how to play and impress my dad. And then I learned it.
To impress him.
I taught myself some like really cutesy songs when I was getting into like music writing. So I taught myself I wrote, and I've never looked it up on a video, and I've never wrote it down on music or whatever. I just played the piano, learned by ear, and actually can play My Darling Clementine from that.
Yeah. That's cool.
I mean, that was just like when I got into music writing, like, okay, how am I going to figure out what sounds that I like that I want to add into my own song? So I learned My Darling Clementine. I actually have my own music writing method, and what it is you take a song and you learn it. So for this example, we'll use My Darling Clementine. Okay, so you learn the whole song and you play it. Then you start to change some of the lyrics, not all of the lyrics, but some of the lyrics. And then you get to a point where you play the same melody, but with your slightly different lyrics. And then you get into the part where you change all of the lyrics. Now you've got the entire lyrics of your own song, but you play them off of My Darling Clementine's sound. And then you start to change the sound a little bit, and then you start to transition out the My Darling Clementine sound, and then you will suddenly have a new sound that you didn't have before, based off of a bass. So you're building off of that Clementine bass. Now you already have your lyrics. Then you have your new sound. You put the lyrics and your new sound together, you've got your song. It's a very complicated method, but it works. That's how I wrote the song that I have.
It sounds easy.
It's what?
It's easier than making it from scratch sometimes, though.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
like sometimes what I actually did this little wheel thing where I would push a button and this little thing would spin and give me a topic.
Oh, yeah.
And so the one topic I got recently was heartbreak. I'm like, while I can relate to this, do I really want to write a depressing song?
No, obviously not.
Well, actually, yeah, because it sells.
That's true, actually.
Emotional songs sell. Emotional songs sell a lot. And if you can make people emotional, you know,
As a matter of fact, that's actually a good point, because
then
one of Clay Aiken's greatest hits was I Survived the Crash.
Yeah. And for me, writing was just something I naturally fell into as a musician. Because of what I was inspired by growing up, I said, not necessarily that I could do it, but I said, I think I could contribute to something like that.
Yeah.
And I was already writing stories when I was like in, third and fourth grade. So writing was already something naturally that came to me.
Right.
Writing lyrics was just like, okay.
And the song that I do have written, I actually have it written out in sheet music. As a matter of fact, let me go show it to you really quick. It's out in my other file cabinet next to my piano. I can't play it because it desperately needs a tuning.
I only ever wrote one song before.
I've written, I think in my lyric library that I've actually been able to pull digitally because I haven't converted everything over. Most stuff is still in notebooks. I've got maybe 800 songs lyrically.
Holy cow.
And
Wow.
about 200 are not either fully fleshed out or realized. Some are just titles. Some are verses or choruses that I've kind of strung together. And I haven't picked at for years. But I'll tell you, one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to be a musician was for the girls. It was all about could I get a girl? Because nothing has ever made me happier than having somebody I could play for. That not to like, oh, hey, I'm gonna brag about this. No, it was about, hey, I want to be inspired by you. You're my muse. So let me, into your life, if you will. And, it may sound kind of pathetic that, oh, he's just a typical guy. He just got her for the pussy. No, it was simply because
No. Wait.
I thoroughly enjoy writing for, women. I like writing those songs. I think they're great. And I don't write like,
Yes, more on
the pervert
9:30
song or whatever. I'm
at
like more about the
9:30,
emotional side. I mean, I've got a trilogy I wrote.
or I don't know yet, but I know
Basically a
it's
ballad. It was a trilogy ballad that I wrote, and it was, for a particular girl I really loved. I really cared about.
it'll
She
be
didn't know it,
late
but I
for
did.
me, though,
And
Mhm.
it's like
because I'm gonna
when
be
you're
sleeping
inspired,
from my dad's.
you're gonna do whatever you
But,
can to write for whatever you're inspired for. And it was just usually a girl. And it was always nice to see, girls in the audience too. I mean,
Yeah.
it looks better, in my opinion. I was never going to reach the heights of Def Leppard, where it's like 70% of your audience is women. I was just never going to happen. But, but that was, that may be, that was like the superficial reason why I got into it. But I was like, hey, I enjoy this. And
This shit's seriously out of order.
music for.
Gotta
music-
rate what you enjoy.
So, anyway.
You know what? This was actually when I was in the process of actually writing it.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Well, at
I'm
any
totally
rate,
fine. I'm not frustrated. I'm fine.
Are you still frustrated from yesterday?
No. This is something completely different.
I was gonna say.
Moderate my cat, my
I can't right now, Ethan. I'm sorry. I'm on a phone right now.
Oops.
wow, this was in my really emotional days. Holy shit! This sheet alone gets really deep.
Oh.
Oh boy.
I don't know if you guys can read that.
Let's see it.
Hey, Apex.
You even got some harmonies there, see?
Yeah, let's do it again. Here, that's all right.
Awesome.
Oh, you got a lot of gloss in that paper.
Yeah, it's
I love
because
it when
it's
there's
sheet
harmony
protector.
singing in songs.
It's in a sheet protector. That's why.
No, I got it. Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Wow. That's pretty good, honestly.
Yeah. So if you wanted me to, I could play a little bit of this for you, because again, it's not on any social media.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah, it's your call.
He's raging on the guitar.
We'll just have to have Toxic lay off the guitar for a little bit so we can hear you jam.
Right.
Huh?
I
But,
remember the whole thing without the actual sheets in front of me, and I can't figure out where those went unless they're in this other file cabinet right here next to me.
Yeah.
Mikey's been on.
So, really quick, while he's setting up, I got a question for you. What was your
son of a...
first...
You okay there, buddy?
Well, next time I should probably take the finger out of the file cabinet before I try to close it. Oh, God, it stings!
Oh, what did you do?
It was in the wrong hole, apparently.
Whoa.
Damn, that was well placed. That was very well placed.
Sadly, the finger was not. Sadly, the
Apparently
finger
not.
was not well placed.
Rest in peace, Apex's finger.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Those can need stitches.
I wonder if the original music is out here.
Oh,
So,
Oh jeez.
I mean, if I really wanted to, I could just open up the backup copy that I mailed to myself in case of a patent.
hey, Skittles.
yes.
Do we have a favorite sponsor coming out?
Oh, I think we do. I think they're called Four Seasons Hosting.
Yes, Four Seasons Hosting. What do they offer?
Servers, all kinds of servers, game servers, VPS servers,
Code
web hosting
servers.
servers,
Code servers.
code servers. And for those that don't know, a code server is basically a storage for, if you write code like PHP or C+ or C# or whatever, and you don't want it lost, you don't want to take you don't want your code to not have a backup place, put it up on one of their servers. Pretty affordable, pretty cheap, great quality.
So I found the backup copy that I
and
mailed to myself,
do that.
which I mailed this back when I actually wrote and finished the song. So this is still the original packaging that it was mailed to me in years and years ago, which is dated
Jesus
from
Christ.
January 8th of 2019.
Not that long ago.
No, actually, I thought it was a lot longer than that. But I'm going to have to open it because I'm going to have to rewrite all this out on regular paper again, so I have another copy of it. Because for some reason, my other copy is missing. And then I'll just have to remail it to myself. All right.
Fine, everyone. Don't worry, I'm fine. I definitely didn't just jam out on the guitar with my mic muted. With the amplifier on.
That's page 1, that's page 2, that's page 3.
Go check out Four Seasons Hosting for more information.
Wait a minute, why do I have... Oh, did I mail 2 copies of it to myself? Yeah, I did. How hot damn, alright, so I'll just make copies of this. Alright.
By the way, for those of you that...
Oh,
The
wait.
problem with this piano, though, is nothing hold... Oh, I gotta turn it up.
Hey Holly, how's it going?
Shit, how's this gonna work?
Hmm.
Son of a bitch! There. I don't know why I struggled with that so hard.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Damn it, all the bloody hell. There we go, for Jesus protecting in Christ. Okay. Problem with this is there's a lip right here that pushes the music over, so these sheets probably won't stay up here. Or maybe they'll make a liar out of me.
Someone's audio is coming through twice again. Jay, I think it's your phone that's picking up extra audio.
Probably.
You might have to turn that down.
Yeah. It's very scratchy on my end.
Alright, hold on.
Alright, can you guys hear? I mean, I'm gonna make sure you guys can hear this before we. Anyway, so.
Flashbacks to yesterday. What did I say yesterday?
Yep, we
Yeah, you
hear
can
it.
hear it.
Can you guys hear that okay?
Yep.
Yeah, you
What
can.
was that? Lean on me? Sounds like lean on
It
me.
was. It was the start of it. I didn't play. I kind of purposely screwed up the note though because again, I don't want to get anybody to.
I know
yes,
the
that's what
freaking
that was.
intro of that. I'm not that dumb.
Alright, so now if I can remember how to read sheet music appropriately and I can read my own writing, it should sound alright. But if not, then this is going to sound all messed up. How'd that go? That was the... That was supposed to be a C chord, sorry. Shit, C chord. And then it was shit, C. That's D. There we go.
A for effort.
Shit.
know if he can sing, but we can ask him after.
In the last verse. Shit. Oh, sorry, one more verse. And that's the whole thing.
Bravo, bravo.
That's good.
A couple of things I heard.
But like, I haven't read this in since 2019.
A couple of things I heard. Honestly, I could hear two two pieces of music in that.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just really
Three
specific.
Blind Mice.
Three Blind Mice is one, and then Lean on Me was the other part of it. You could hear like not the same chords, but you could kind of tell the
inspiration.
the pattern.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, and hot cross buns.
Wait, what'd you say? Now, there's
Which one?
other music that I can play for you guys, and I'll play you guys another song after the stream's over. But that one,
Sure.
the one I would play, would get you probably demonetized. But that one would sound a lot better than what this sounded like to me.
Oh, that wasn't that
I
bad.
played this for friends way back in the day, and they told me this actually sounds like a church hymn.
It does.
Oh,
That was
it does. Oh yeah.
So that being said, right, I thought about rewriting the lyrics from a love song because this is still the one I love version, not the one I loved version. So I could change all the lyrics from then. So what I might do is I might change all these lyrics to make it a church song.
There you go.
Which wouldn't be that. I mean, it wouldn't be, out of
Because
the realm.
think about how repetitive it was, right? Because keep in mind, this song
Yeah.
is the very first song I wrote when I first started learning about how to write music. So I made this a bit repetitive because
you ever
those are the
noticed-
chords that I was the most comfortable with at the time.
So let me ask you this: what music is not repetitive? There's
mean?
not a piece of music out there that's not repetitive. I
Music
know
is very
because
patternless.
If you don't have the lyrics turned on, and you just hear the guitars, bass, drums, keyboards, whatever,
Oh
for
yeah.
the most part,
Oh,
verse
thanks,
is
operative.
gonna sound this way, chorus gonna sound this way, and it's the same pattern.
Well, I
It's
kept
all-
trying to throw. I don't know if you could hear it, but I kept throwing some twists into it where the chords would jump up and they would jump from around, and change in the middle of the verse, and then the main chorus was supposed to sound exactly the same.
I
Sure.
mean, if you want to listen to this generation of fucking music, everything's
Oh
repeated.
yeah,
that's
it is.
actually true.
Nothing is
And the lyrics
fucking
have no
original
meaning
from
at
back
all.
in the days.
That's right.
Yeah.
But that's why I have a problem with a lot of modern music today, because it is when I listen to the stuff that's being produced now, I'm like, this is garbage.
Yeah.
It's absolute garbage. Why do you think a lot of people that are younger than myself fall into bands like Metallica, Iron Maiden, all
And
these
that's what
bands?
I like the best about this
Why?
song
Because
is the chorus is very repetitive, but some of the verses they change the sound. It jumps from something unexpected.
Yeah, but
right, and my biggest complaint about music in general, and this goes to anybody out there.
I gotta refix my.
If you have to auto tune your fucking voice, don't.
Then you shouldn't
sing.
be singing. Exactly.
If you're on stage,
that's my
if you have to
problem. I
auto tune
want
your
to
voice.
sing, and I took vocal lessons for a while, but I I'm not a singer. I can't sing. If I start singing, you're gonna bleed. I swear.
I can harmonize and I can blend my voice in with a chorus.
Mm-hmm.
But for solo, no, because I am not a soloist, and I know my place as a singer. I am primarily an instrumentalist, and I think that autotune to me is like the fucking limiter, the fuck what they call it, the hard limiting of your music, essentially. You know, putting that brick wall, the brick wall limiter, was the biggest fucking travesty of music. Just like Melodyne and all that. Yeah, I can understand if you have bad notes or whatever and you gotta correct them, that's one thing. But if you're using it as a fucking tool to completely change your voice because you can't sing worth a shit, then you're just a fake. You're a fraud.
Yeah.
And absolutely.
You just shouldn't be singing in the first place.
Well, you know, the thing with it is modern day music, the artists don't even write their own music.
Well, some do.
Some do.
But you can't tell me that One Direction is writing their own music.
Justin Bieber never wrote one fucking piece of music in his entire life. He was a processed. He was a marketed child.
Oh yeah, he was.
Who just came to fame because he had some YouTube channel. But if you deep dive into it, he was set up for that. He had marketing people that said, "We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. You're going to look this way. You're going to look this way."
Used auto-tune. That headset that he always wore in his shows.
Yeah, they always auto-tune. Dude, you don't know what you're talking about. It's, exactly. And these people that say, "Oh, it wasn't auto-tuning," bull.
Bull, yeah, exactly.
All these pop artists, there's a lot of pop artists who can sing, and there are those who are fabricated.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I hated shows like American Idol, because it's not that fucking simple to be in music. It's not.
No.
It is hard as hell to even to be moderately noticed is impossible.
Well, the thing about American Idol is they audition a lot of people, right? And you have to win the auditions to get to the auditions on American Idol.
No. What I think is bullshit is cut your teeth at the club level. Go through the process. There's a whole, fucking going on TV is a joke. It's like, oh, I want my 15 minutes of fame. No. To me, it's bullshit. If you really want to know what it's like, cut your teeth at the bottom level. Clay Aiken was not a musician, but he went on American Idol. But he was already interested in music. Kelly Clarkson, I think, was the first one. She cut her teeth already. She was already a singer. She was already doing this shit. But she said, oh, her friends told her to go do it. And she did, and she won. What I'm saying are those people who just, I just want to be on TV. I just want to do this. I want to get my 15 minutes of fame. And it's like,
but that fame can turn into infamy real quick.
Well, any fame, if you let it go to your head, can do that. There are people who are just not meant to be that successful because they don't have the capacity to control it.
Right.
And
see, I'm happy with a little bit of talent that I have. I don't care if I ever become a famous $1 million freaking piano player. I don't care. I play music for me.
No.
And then I share that with the rest of the world.
Composition does not pay. The thing is, this is, and I'll take this with the YouTube thing. Every YouTuber we've ever interviewed always says, just grind your stuff out. It's like, it doesn't fucking work like that. Because if we all did the same thing that all these famous YouTubers did, we'd all be successful. Right. It is literally a crapshoot. It is a luck of the draw. It is what makes you better, what makes you different. Why did Metallica...
It basically comes down to who makes the viral video first.
And it doesn't matter because we all can make viral videos, but what makes somebody else's more popular than others?
But
like some of the videos we record as gamers, it's like
if you get a video that gets 20,000 views, that's 20,000 chances you got.
And the thing is, to me, a lot of it is because like with a lot of these TikTok views or whatever, it's mostly girls that are well endowed. That's why they get the views. Only because if they have talent, it doesn't matter. A lot of it too is just dumb luck, and it's the same with music, man. Music is dumb luck. Right place, right time, right connections. It's not what you know, it's who you know. That's been my experience in nearly 35 years of being a musician. I know how hard it is to do this as a actual career. You're not in it to make money. Nobody makes money out of this. Yes, bands like Metallica, they got damn lucky because they were at the right place at the right time in their careers as as young adults. They were at the right place at the right time, and they knew, but they were poor. Like, if you look at their history, they were poor. All bands were poor. Like, nobody.
I feel like every band started out in someone's garage at some point.
And and I did. I was a garage player forever, but I've played clubs. I've played little venues or whatever, and I love it. But I never had the breaks, and I've been at this since I was 13, and I never had the breaks. And what was I doing that wasn't as great as other people? I practiced my ass off. I tried to get in with the same passionate musicians, which is not easy, and I never got the success. But there are people who just get lucky, who just it's not about working.
The thing too is, like, say for example, you could be in high school, you could perform something in a concert and on a piano, and for all you know, there could be some famous freaking what do you call them? The producers in the audience or something, and they happen to hear, or some kid's family relative or something's in the producing thing, and they present that to them, and bam, suddenly that person, wow, I like this kid's music, and suddenly you got that shot to make your fame.
Right, and I think one huge misnomer was that movie, That Thing You Do. That was that Tom Hanks film that was a number of years ago.
Oh,
it's about that little band that they had like a song or whatever. This one guy heard it, and then you just see like this whole career thing happen for them, and then they have this downfall or whatever.
Right.
And it was like, okay, as fun as that movie is, it's a movie. It's not legitimately how it works.
Listen, there was a movie I watched that actually had me like concerned for the musicians. So the movie was this guy playing the piano on stage, and there was a sniper like somewhere in the audience. He had no idea who it was. Nobody could find him. The pianist had no way to warn anybody. And if he hit a wrong note, he was going to get shot. And that piano playing was intricate. Like, he would give the pianist specific instructions while playing. So he'd be sitting there, playing the ivories, and he'd be like, the shooter would have some way to talk to him in his ear or something. Be like, look over your left shoulder. So he does. He looks over his left shoulder and sees a round or a bounce off the freaking stage and says, you hit a wrong note, I'm going to kill you, or some kind of thing like that, while he's playing the piano.
What kind of who writes a fucking movie like that? I mean,
I don't know. I remember seeing the movie, and it was fucking intense.
I
think I know which one you're talking about, but I don't remember the movie.
Yeah, I don't know what the name of it was.
But there is a movie that's out there like that. Something like that.
And I want to have to do some research now, because that's going to bother me. That was actually a good movie.
I'm gonna say this though.
You know what? Let me see if I can Google it.
About my comment earlier about how hard it is to do this. I don't want to hear people saying, "Well, you're just jealous and all this other stuff." I'm like, no, fucker, I'm not. I've been at this for over 30 years. Okay, I know how hard it is. And music nowadays, since the fucking days of Napster starting out, it ruined music. It absolutely destroyed it, and it destroyed every credibility. And I think record companies are to blame for it too, because they ruined musicians' lives. They took all their money. I mean, you were essentially, and I remember when Prince did this with Warner Brothers. There was a time when he wrote "slave" on his face because he was literally, he was controlled by Warner Brothers, and he couldn't do anything. He wasn't free to do what he wanted to do. You become an indentured servant to the record industry back then. Bands that made money barely had any money. You're talking world tours, you're talking, all this stuff, and it's like, where's the money? And then they'll say, well, you got to pay marketing, you got to pay this person, you got to pay the executive's 22-year-old secretary, you gotta pay for the record production. I mean, the bands are the ones that pay for all this stuff. And the only reason why we have record companies was because they have the distribution channels. That's how you get out there. We no longer have MTV, so that's irrelevant. We have YouTube. That's heavily controlled by gatekeepers, again, like we had with MTV. You can put a video out there, you can write your own music, but is it ever going to be seen? Probably not. That once upon a time, there were 100 bands looking for No, there was 100 bands looking for just 10 fans. Now there's 1 million bands looking for 1 fan. You know, the competition is just fierce. Then you got the really sad thing about how bands aren't even being formed. Like, it's just kids who want to be on YouTube to make, I play guitar, so I'm going to go up on YouTube and play guitar. So there's not even a push to even get bands started. And yeah, there's a couple here and there, but it's not like it was. So, I mean, things like these talent shows, I mean, even Star Search in the 80s was like, it was no different than American Idol today. It's like, okay, I'm 15 minutes of fame, and then what happens to them? And then if you did win on American Idol, you were signed to a Simon Cowell contract for 6 records, and if you didn't produce, he could wreck your life. He could wreck your career. The guy is an asshole.
Okay, so the movie was called Grand Piano. A pianist with stage fright endures a performance under the eyes of a mysterious sniper who will shoot and kill him if a wrong note is played.
Okay.
Yeah, if I would never greenlit something like that, I'm like, I would deal with more of the stage fright than anything because
And
that's more.
this is actually a John Cusack movie.
My chat while I step away
Yeah, doesn't mean you didn't make a shitty film. No, I think that the premise of like the stage fright thing, that would have been the story right there. The sniper thing,
Guys,
no,
we'll be right
that's
back in a few minutes.
that kind of kills it for me.
All right.
I don't know. I actually thought it was a pretty good movie.
If you
Yeah.
want to chat for me, that's all.
I got you.
But
By the way, that was actually the first time I ever played the piano live. I just realized that.
Wasn't bad,
Yeah, that's
honestly.
true.
I'm
Yeah.
glad. I'm glad you guys liked it.
It wasn't bad. I mean, you gotta easily hit like a billion wrong notes there.
I mean, yeah.
but yeah, music is a billion wrong notes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what rock and roll
Well,
is.
the thing of it was is I had not looked at that piece of music since 2019, so I actually jumped into it pretty decently considering.
I like how he makes it sound like I like it how you make it sound like it's 20 years ago that you touched that song. It's only been a few years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, I was so young when I wrote this.
Yeah, that was like
And
fucking
dude,
50
like that
years
song
ago.
had such emotion because I wrote it for that girl and I showed it to her.
Right.
And and I played it if I got to play it for her, and then we had a great, night. And I won't tell you all the details of what happened that night, but anyway,
He scored.
she liked the song.
Yeah.
He scored one.
Yeah, exactly. Point is that, she was moved, she liked the song, and after that, I even topped the night off with dinner and a nice jewelry gift. I gave her a replica, granted it wasn't the real thing, obviously, but I gave her a replica of the Heart of the Ocean from the Titanic.
Nice.
Did she throw it in the ocean herself?
I imagine
Once
she
you-
has by now.
Who
By now,
knows?
probably.
Who knows?
Yeah. And
By now, she probably
and
threw that
she was
bitch
the one
over the
who
ocean
little-
and then jumped in, drowned herself for dating me.
Yeah, and then she would have been the one who would have said, "I'll never let you go. I'll never let you go." And then just bye bye, going
Yeah,
down.
dude, and
going
she
down.
was. She was the one, I'm never going to leave you. We're going to grow up and get married. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm already a grown-ass man. I don't know about you, but... But anyway, she's like, we're going to get a house together. I'm like, yeah, that all sounds great. Who's buying the house? Because my broke ass ain't buying $15 an hour the job I was working at back then.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But,
I mean, the house I'm in now, is the first house that I bought, and right now I'm at a $15 an hour job doing the landscaping, but I might pick up a second job. I don't know. I kind of wanted to work at McDonald's for a while.
McDonald's of all places?
I mean, free food for the workers.
Okay,
You will hate
little
McDonald's
fun
for the
fact
rest
here.
of your life if you do
Listen,
that.
I would try one of everything on the menu free and then quit.
Fun fact: I used to work at Subway. And
Oh yeah, I want to work at a Subway.
no.
No. You gotta listen to the horror stories.
Let me finish. I worked at Subway, 8-hour shift, and I will tell you this right now. It is the worst experience to work in a place like that because while you get free food, do you know how sick and tired you get of smelling like it when you get off work? You can't shower that shit away. You can't scrub the whatever is
Actually, that's a good point because I was a cook for Popeyes and KFC at one point,
And that's just
in my
under
clothes,
grease.
you could smell the grease of everything that I was cooking.
The grease gets in your hair. It's like
Making it smell like Subway.
No, imagine
then-
smelling like McDonald's every fucking day for the rest of your life.
It's
and
like
then
walking
regretting
into a place that smells like ass.
Don't work
no.
at fast food.
Okay, so maybe not fast, but I gotta find something that if I'm gonna get a second job, it's gotta be something that's like
Work in a
flexible.
music store.
it. Hey, since you technically still volunteer, why don't you get that as a part-time gig?
Well,
You mean,
volunteers.
like firefighting.
Or EMS. Since you
I mean-
technically have that skills. Why not?
Yeah, I could, but I guess I could.
Well, why
But
not?
With fire, you have to go through an entire fire academy. Like you have
Yeah,
to go
but you have
Yeah.
paramedics experience, right?
Right, but you got to
I mean, I had the
recertify though.
experience, but I don't have the certification anymore.
Right, you have to
you
recertify a
should.
lot of shit now.
Honestly, you should.
But that costs
Yeah.
money to recertify though.
It might have got revoked when I made one of my coworkers need one of our services. Yeah, he got into my face, and I gave him like 7 chances to just step back and walk away, and he refused.
He turned into the
So-
human.
He then needed an ambulance. So the funny part is I was working on the shift, and I walked over to where the other paramedics are sitting, and I did this. I'm like, doo-doo. Greater Valley EMS, respond to Greater Valley EMS for employee down in the break room. But you might want to go help Kyle out. He's a little fucked up.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah.
But, you know, he kept getting closer and closer and closer and closer. And eventually I was pinned into a corner. I couldn't just turn around and walk away, so I had to react. I had to do it.
What have we learned? Don't back Apex into a corner.
Exactly. I only did it in a root block, you know, one of these things here where, like, I got into the crevices of his arm so he couldn't fold it this way. And up into his bicep, I slid it up and hit him in the side of the neck right here. I reached around the back of his head, pulled his head down to meet a knee, and then I flipped him up this direction, and he flopped onto the floor. And then I stomped on his face vigorously.
Ooh.
He could have just said he tripped.
Yeah, but there's cameras in the break room.
Yeah, then your chances of actually getting recertified as 0 to none due to
But
that.
what my thing was, like, why didn't they say, oh, yeah, he was aggressed upon, he was backed into a corner, he had no force to defend himself?
Was there any witnesses?
Yeah, actually, there was one. But apparently, I'm guessing he's, because I wasn't, like, in their clique, you know, like, everybody's got their cliques, he probably vouched for the other motherfucker.
Yeah.
And, I haven't really done much of it since. I still do
Well,
volunteer fire, I'm just in between departments, but to get paid firefighter, I have to go through a fire academy. I'm still a certified exterior firefighter. I haven't gone through the interior class yet. But essentially, if I go through the interior class, I could essentially be a paid firefighter, because once you do your exterior and your interior, you're pretty much a fully trained firefighter. But the fire academies have their own way of doing things, and volunteers have their own way of doing things, and you have to kind of meet the academy standard. Like, we actually have paid firefighters right in the same district that I have the volunteer fire department.
And how old are you right now?
I'm 31.
31. That's still not a bad career change, to be fucking honest.
Yeah.
No, not really.
But if you're looking just, you know, while you're trying to maybe do the research or whatever, like I said, you should look into maybe working in a music shop.
Yeah.
You know,
There's only one that I know of that's in my area, and that's like in the Arnett Mall, which, by the way, that mall is like dying slowly. That mall has been dying since COVID, bro.
Yeah.
There's like 35 or more stores in there, and only like 15 of them actually have stores in them now.
That's because the expense went up. I mean, like I lived in the state where Mall of America is, and I frequented that place.
As a matter of fact, in that same mall, there used to be 2 GameStops in there. Not one, but 2. One at the end of one at each end of the mall.
GameStop's dead, though. That's a dead world.
Yeah,
sorry,
it is.
it's a dead world.
Yes.
It was
I
a
have not
shit
been
world when
into
they
a
came around.
GameStop. And as a matter of fact, when was I last? I was in a GameStop, I think, looking for a controller, because Walmart had run out of Xbox controllers, and I needed one for my PC, so I went into GameStop to get one.
The last time I was in a GameStop was when I actually had to get my NES Classic Edition. The little mini one that came out a few years ago.
Yeah.
The reissues, yeah, I got one of those, and I
But
was
it was
like,
funny
okay.
because I walk into GameStop and the guy asked me, he's like, "Is there something I can help you find?" I'm like, "No, not really, dude. Like, you guys have nothing I can't get on Steam."
Yeah, I was
And you
like,
have nothing.
the last time I actually went to a GameStop was like fucking 15 years ago. Legit,
Yeah.
But
no
before
joke.
that, so before I
No
got that
fucking
Xbox
joke.
controller, the last time I went to a GameStop was 2013 when GTA 5 was released. Yeah, that was the last time I went to a GameStop before I got that Xbox controller.
And,
but
you know,
I
I
remember
just,
standing out there waiting for the midnight release for GTA 5 because they had like the best deluxe edition you could get because the game I thought was going to be great. And they really hyped that shit up way more than they should.
I remember when Black Ops was hyped up at GameStop, and
Oh yeah,
lines
I
were
remember
around
that.
the building. It's like, how is this a thing?
Dude, I went through the parking lot at the mall, and they had lines blocking like the exit to get out of the mall.
Yeah.
And people would not move. Like I was like literally nudging people at the front of my freaking vehicle because they didn't want to lose their place in line to get this damn game.
Yep.
I'm like, I'm going to run your ass the fuck over if you do not get
You
out
want
of
to
my
see
way.
the real meaning of GTA 5?
Yeah, I mean, I'm about the GTA 5 in real life.
We'll
You
play
don't get out the
GTA
way.
5 right now, bitch. Yep.
And it's so funny how many people got in there that got that GTA 5 and they spun their tires leaving the freaking parking lot to get home and play that GTA 5. I guarantee you half of the teenagers had that shit open and were staring at the disc before they even got out of the parking lot.
Yep.
Yep. I don't get it. I don't think I was that ever obsessed for any kind of video games.
I was never that bad. I was there for the midnight release, I will say that, but I was never like, oh, I gotta get right home right now and play. I got that shit that night, went home, went to bed, and played it the next morning.
Yeah, I remember a lot of the hype commercials back when I was growing up, and I'm like, whatever. I mean, I was a poor kid. I didn't have any real good allowance money that I didn't piss away on stuff I didn't really need. And I was like, yeah, I can't really get this game. And most games, I mean, back then were like $25 to $30. You know, that was for a brand new NES game.
Right, yeah.
You know? And it was like, that's expensive for a kid.
It's going up from even $60. New games are going up to $90 now.
If you think about that, though, if you look at the price of games now, it's pretty comparable to what it used to be. It's just literally inflation that's caused it.
But all of the sports games are like in the 90s now.
Oh yeah,
$90 range.
Yep. And honestly, they're not anywhere near as good as they once were.
Hell no.
No.
No, they're not.
Especially when you have EA
what
and
up,
2K
Jonathan? How's it going, buddy?
and all these other
Oh,
companies.
it's J-Rock.
Yeah. Rinse and repeat.
Oh, is that Dazzo?
So for those of you guys who don't know, J-Rock, the guy that's entered my chat, Jonathan Robbins, is actually somebody I work with at Robinson's Contracting and Landscaping.
Oh, that's
okay.
Cool.
Yeah, he's one of the hard workers. There's not very many of us. There's like 5 landscapers, 2 hardscapers, 2 contractors. I think that's essentially the entire company.
Well, welcome to the Dazzo and Friends Talk Show.
Yeah, welcome, John. Good to have you here, buddy. I'm sure I'll see you at work tomorrow.
So, Daz, what were you saying? I didn't catch all that.
What I was saying is, we have 2K, we have EA Sports. The games are repeat and rinse. Repeat and rinse.
I'm back.
Get your money, boys. Get your games.
Yeah. I mean, I'm curious as to how much rinse and repeat GTA 6 is going to be.
Dude, you know, they've been hyping up
GTA 6 may still be better, but
I think so.
Well,
Even though
it's
it's a remake of a previous.
No Man's Sky, right? So I did hear that GTA 6, when it releases, it's going to be like No Man's Sky, where it's a constantly evolving map, and then that GTA 6 is going to be the last title in the GTA series.
Bullshit! No way.
No way.
They're gonna milk that title forever.
They're gonna milk it
Well,
for
dude,
the next
they've
20
been
years.
doing GTA 5 for what? Over a decade now.
No, it's longer than that. GTA, I think, came out in the late '90s.
Oh, I'm talking about GTA 5, but yeah, the original. Oh
yeah, that was
GTA,
2013. That's already 10 years old. Yeah. Oh, they're gonna milk
GTA back when they had the Google Earth version. You know, the really pixelated.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the top-down view.
I remember that.
Yep. And I never got into the games up until 5. Well, I saw what 4 was like. I thought, okay, 4 is pretty cool, or Vice City or whatever it was. I was like, okay.
No, 4 was Liberty.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I know. I said I think I discovered it under Vice City. I think I had seen Liberty City
Yeah,
or
normally,
Liberty
John,
as
I
well.
stream games, but
But it didn't matter. It's like, okay, it's kind of cool, but I just never. I know.
Usually, every other Tuesday we do a Dazzo show, which is a lot of fun with you guys.
The only reason why I ever bought GTA 5 was just to play LSPDFR. I didn't give a shit about the game itself.
You know, honestly, like, I'm not gonna lie. I thought, like, since GTA, I was watching LSPDFR type stuff since GTA 4. Okay, so like, I always think that shit was illegal. So I'm watching this video, like, how do these motherfuckers do this shit? How do they get these cop car mods? And like, how do they do it? So I kept thinking to myself, you know what? They're gonna go to jail someday anyway.
Technically, it is illegal
and then
because
I learned
reverse
about
engineering.
GTA 5's LSPDFR.
Yeah,
I'm like, awesome. So I can actually do this.
Yeah, wasn't what was it?
For this guy,
LCPD?
John says.
Technically,
Yeah.
LSPDFR and LCBDFR is illegal to actually mod.
Right, yeah. But which version of GTA was LCPD?
That's
Liberty City, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Basically GTA 4.
GTA 4.
I'm
You
looking
call it.
for more.
And then Vice City was what? Was that in between or was that 3?
Oh yeah.
Vice
That's
City was
actually
before
John
3.
actually says that EVE is the OG evolving map.
Vice City was before Grand Theft Auto 3.
Oh, geez.
My favorite map of all time was San Andreas. I hate to say it, but San Andreas was the best.
Yes, but if I wish the heck we could have GTA San Andreas with the GTA 5 graphics.
I want better
They fucked
graphics than that, though.
They did that. They did terrible. I
Oh,
want them
God,
to
yes,
make
they did.
a new game, a new, better version.
Dude, GTA San Andreas is still $60 on Steam.
Yeah.
It took forever for GTA 5 to even come down in price where I could afford it. It was like $59 for God knows
I
how
want
many.
San Andreas, and I will buy it eventually, but I'm not going to spend $60 for a game that came out a fucking decade ago.
Nope.
Yeah.
You know
Not
what I
worth
spent $60 on?
I actually love EVE, though.
I spent $60 for the pre-order of Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy, the definitive edition for the PlayStation 4, and I regret spending my money because it was a stupid purchase.
Yeah, that was kind of.
I was
that
hyped
does
up.
deserve a
Oh, the
good slap in
cool
the back of the
original.
head.
Yeah, that is the Gibbs slap. I need to be Denozo getting slapped upside my head at that point.
Yeah, but like more than once, like at least once for every dollar.
Why do you think I am the perfect Denozo
Plus
at
tax.
this point?
yeah, you are. You
I'm
definitely are.
Denozo. I will quote movies if I have to. I'll have fun. And I'll get slapped in the back of the
Listen,
head.
NCIS was one of the greatest
Yes.
cop shows out
Yes.
there. I got
Yes,
so
yes.
The
freaking
original
sick of like
series.
Law and Order. I
The
got so
original-
sick of
with
Law and Order.
Mark.
The original
And Abby.
NCIS was the best.
Yeah, I agree. I also love
It's
Hawaii
not
5-0.
You young kids, my God.
Which 5-0? The original or the new version?
The new version with McGarrett.
It
They're
was
both
okay.
really good, but I agree with you.
I
That was
like
okay.
that show.
Okay, now this really comes down to it. Which version of MacGyver?
I
Ooh.
never watched MacGyver.
Oh,
right.
come on. Oh, come
I
on.
would say the old version is better.
Yes, the old version is better than the new
I remember
version.
watching Adam 12. That's why my call sign on LSPDFR is one Adam 12.
Nice.
Right. That was a good
I
show.
remember Chips.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good one.
Chips
And
is
do
fun.
you guys
Dukes of
remember
Hazzard.
Hill Street Blues? Do you remember Hill?
I watched like the first 2 seasons of that on Amazon. And it's a good show.
Oh, there's another one. I
Oh, yeah.
remember,
Then we
too.
got to go. So we got to go like TJ Hooker. You know, Bill Shatner.
Oh, yeah, I remember TJ Hooker.
Oh, Star Trek.
Mm.
But if you want to see,
only
if
saw
you want to
a
see
little
a
bit of
bunch
Star Trek.
Starsky and Hutch.
You know, I love this. I love the show as a kid. But I'll tell you something. These guys could not hit the side of the broadside of a barn, and they were military. The A-Team.
Oh God.
Yes. That is so
I mean,
true.
yeah.
Seriously, I mean, fucking love that show. I obsessed every fucking week it was on.
Mhm.
The
I love
A-Team,
Mr. T, but damn, they
the
could not hit the
A-Team
broadside of a
really
barn.
took away from the freaking stormtroopers from Star Wars, okay? They really got their training from them.
You're not wrong. And even in the updated version, they still couldn't hit anything.
Right.
Okay, well, let's be honest. Stormtroopers, they can't see shit out of those helmets.
Bullshit, they got two little black holes with eyes. They can see some shit.
And apparently the two little black holes in
really.
the back of their heads too, whatever those fucking things were.
You know what's
Right.
funny? I saw a funny meme once on the Stormtroopers. Like the one Stormtrooper said to the other one, he's like, "I miss my dad," and the other one was like, "I think, or you miss everything." He's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "We're Stormtroopers. We miss everything," or something like that. I kind of bombed it, but it was something along those lines. It was quite funny.
I miss my dad. Well, you miss everything. What do you mean?
And then
Have you ever
the other
seen
one was like,
how
"I
you
hate
shoot?"
you, Vince," and then the other guy is like, "I think you're missing my point."
I think
CSI
Family Guy
there's
kind of ruined
another
Star
good
Wars
one.
too.
CSI Miami. That's a good show. Just because
Yeah.
I love Horatio Kane in that show.
Yes, Horatio.
I've never
Kane
seen
was
that
good.
Great actor. He's a great actor.
He's good.
Uh-huh.
I did like Third Watch. That was a cool show.
Okay.
Third Watch is a good one.
You know, the one show that got me into EMS and fire was the TV show Emergency.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
That was a damn good show. That's why I
And
wanted to be an EMT and firefighter.
And sadly, I found out just a year ago, Randy Mantooth passed away.
Wait, who?
He was Johnny Gage. He died.
No way!
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And they just celebrated the 50th anniversary of that show too, just a couple of years ago. No, last year they did. Cozy TV did a whole documentary on the.
I love how Johnny Gage went from like being a firefighter to a paramedic.
Yeah, and he was apprehensive too. If you watch the first episode, he was like, I was trained as a firefighter. I want to be a firefighter. I love this job."
And the best thing too is Dr. Brackett was always against that shit until he saw the results.
And you want to know something that's really interesting? And like I said, this documentary talks about it. There were doctors, professionals that said, "We do not want this. We do not want these untrained amateurs in the field treating people because of lawsuits." They were so worried about all that stuff.
And one of Dr. Brackett's things was it took him years and years and years to go through medical school, and now they want to cram a course for these firefighters these firefighters.
12 weeks to learn this stuff. Crash course hose jockeys learning to medicine. I don't think so. And then back then they had to ride around with a nurse, and ambulances were just attendants. That's all you could do is just transport.
Yeah, as a matter of fact.
I mean, yeah, it was a great show.
Hold on a second.
I have, I think, 6 of the 7 seasons.
It talks about all of that. In this book, Emergency Care, and this is the 14th edition. This is what I learned out of right here.
Yep.
And in this book, it actually talks about how the ambulance and EMS system got started. And it was actually started in this book back in the, I think,
Korean
World
War
I, when they were taking wounded soldiers off the battlefield in trucks marked with the Red Cross.
Yep.
But they weren't getting aid on the field. They would
No,
take them back to the positions.
that happened more like around like the Korean War.
And
I think.
especially in the Korean
War was really kind of the start of like
and
a
believe it
proper
or not, they
war.
actually used the term in this book. They used the term MASH unit,
Yep.
which goes back to Korean War. And do you guys
MASH
know what
is a
MASH
good
stands
show.
for?
Mobile Army Surgical Hospital.
Exactly.
I love that TV
And that was
show.
a good.
too, so.
That was a good show.
Yes,
I
it
love
was.
that
Yeah, it
show.
was. I love that show. That
See,
used to be on Netflix for a while.
Yep.
Yeah, it was.
I've
Does
got
the
all
operative-
10 or all 11 seasons.
Operative
I'm
says he
obsessed
likes
with
the show Bones. I'm not really a big
Yeah.
fan
Oh,
of Bones because I've
Bones,
never
okay,
seen
yeah.
it. But I've seen House MD and I love watching
House
love
is
House
a
MD.
really interesting show.
Hugh
I
Laurie?
watched.
Oh
that.
yeah.
I watched it and I was like, okay, this is messed up. This is like. By the way, did you ever notice that everything when they talked about shit was like, oh, it's got to be lupus. It's got to be lupus. Everything was lupus to that one guy.
Yes.
That one Australian guy or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I liked how House did his own. Like House was like Hawkeye
House.
from MASH to the
Oh,
extreme.
easily.
Just like
I
do his
love
own thing.
how House kept getting sued. Like he asked the one patient in one episode, he's like, "Does your penis hurt?" And the guy's like, "No, why? Should it?" And then the House was like, "No, but your lawyer's gonna love that."
Yep. There was some creepy shit in that one.
Yeah,
I
dude,
mean,
House,
it was just-
absolutely.
That was I was like, okay, this is.
And the coolest thing about House, though, is did you guys actually know he's not American? He's actually got a different
No,
accent
he's
when he's
English.
off
Yeah.
screen.
He's
Yep.
English.
He's English. Yep.
Yeah. And he's got the accent when he's not acting. To be able to turn that on and off is actually kind of cool.
Go
That's
back
good
and
training.
watch Stuart Little. He uses his English voice in Stuart Little.
I forgot he was.
No,
in
he
that.
wasn't Stuart Little. What was he playing Stuart
was.
Little?
He was the dad,
was
I
the
think,
father.
wasn't he? Yeah, he was
He
the
was
dad.
the father.
Oh, that's right.
Wow.
And I love that movie just because Michael J. Fox, great actor.
No, I do.
Yeah.
I like Stuart Little. That's a good movie. Are you talking about the animated one or the real one?
No, the live action
it's a mix
movie.
between animated and real at the same time.
Yeah.
I used to watch
Are you
I mean,
talking
if we're
about the
not
one with
talking-
the little boy that built the boat with the mouse?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the real live
that
action.
was that. I liked that one. That was pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to talk about a good Michael J. Fox film, you got to talk about frickin'
Back to the Future. Yep.
Yeah.
Back
Oh
to the
yeah.
Future.
I mean,
Listen, I used to have a Pontiac '86 Fiero, and John, if you're still in my chat, you remember this car. Like, I used to drive it to Robinson's all the time, but I used to have that '86 Fiero, and I called it my mini DeLorean because it looked like one.
I mean,
I always wanted a
one of-
DeLorean.
One of Michael's good movies is The Secret to My Success.
Yeah.
That is a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Basically, it's this kid just from the middle of bumfuck nowhere out in the county, moves to the big city, starts off in a job as like working in the mail area, delivering newspapers and everything to everyone in the office.
I've done that job.
And then he sneaks his way into an office position, and no one really knows it. They have no fucking clue. And he works basically 2 different jobs.
That's crazy.
Of course, it was
Yeah.
also the 80s, so you can get
Yeah.
away with that easier.
Technically, you can still get away with that.
Yeah, you could.
You literally can.
A little
It's not that
trickier,
hard.
but you can
I
do
need a
it.
little
You can
emoji.
still do it.
Don't
But,
test
I
your
know what
luck.
you're trying to say
Don't be
there,
stupid.
John. You're
I
trying
mean-
to say I gotta get out of the box?
Mhm.
You sent me a cat emoji with like the cat halfway out of the box. My thing
Chicago.
is this though. How do
Noah
people
does
tell me
that a
all the
lot.
time to think outside the box? How can I think outside the box when they won't let me out of it?
That means
Chicago
put the
P-
cat back in the box.
Chicago PD when the first
Oh
few
yeah.
seasons, it was the great. Now it's like everything you can technically kind of predict. If you watch
SWAT.
the, like-
SWAT's a good modern show. SWAT with Hondo in
Rookie.
it.
Yeah.
I want to watch Rookie because it's amazing.
Oh, you know another
Rookie's
good
good.
Or
show.
the rookie,
Flashpoint.
or the
Flashpoint
rookie.
was a good show.
The Rookie.
Oh, Flashpoint's
With-
fucking brilliant. I love that show.
Yeah.
Flashpoint
That was
was,
a
not
great
bad.
show.
Yeah.
Dude, Flashpoint frickin' stars Pink Ranger from the frickin' Power Rangers.
That was okay.
Amy Jo Johnson is in Flashpoint.
Yep. I
The
was
Flash
addicted
movie.
to Flashpoint for like quite a few times.
Dude, I binged the shit out of that show.
Same.
Yeah.
John says he remembers.
It was
he remembers
definitely
that
different
video.
though. Like their techniques were a lot different than I'd ever seen. Is like so definitely pulling from some Canadian type of world.
It was
You know,
Canadian.
for that. I know it
made
was.
in Toronto.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Wait, Flashpoint was
I'm
Canadian?
still watching it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was. Yeah.
it was.
Oh, I
It
didn't
was
know
filmed
that.
in
Oh.
Toronto.
Fun fact.
Oh yeah, it was.
One of the
They literally
creators
shut
of the
down like, I can't remember where, but they shut down like the downtown core to like film sections of the episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
It
can.
was crazy.
The actors do such a good job,
I'm
though,
surprised
especially
Dazzo
Grant
didn't-
Gustin.
I'm surprised that Dazzle didn't make himself known on that set and be like, I want to be in this show, damn it. I want to let somebody on fire.
Listen, I would
Okay.
I would like to do anything acting. Like if I was offered any spot, I would be the guy, the first one to die in the movie. I don't give a shit. Just let me be in the movie.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
No, you'd be the guy at McDonald's saying, welcome to McDonald's, can I take your order, please?
yeah, I'd be the guy in the McDonald's. Yeah, I'd be the guy in the McDonald's drive-through. Can I
There you
take your
go.
order?
So I want to run this by Dazzler because I want to see if he remembers this movie.
Go for it.
It's the only Canadian movie I've seen which I make fun of, but I also enjoy. Strange Brew.
Never heard of it.
I think I did watch it. I don't remember. I think
movie
I know
was
which one you're
great.
talking about, but it's
Rick
someone-
Moranis and the
Yeah,
other
man.
dude.
Welcome to chill anytime,
I
John.
think I
Welcome
did
to chill
watch it.
anytime in our live stream.
I got one for you,
Especially this one.
Dazzo.
And
Oh.
John, you gotta tune in
Yeah.
for Saturday's or Sunday stream. I don't know what I'm streaming. I think
How,
I'm doing some
how about
more
this?
again.
Canadian bacon with John Candy.
Yes.
Sunday or Saturday, one of those 2 days, I'll be doing the Silver Lining
John-
Roleplay, which I'm probably about to get a message from Gigi or somebody about not being active on SLRP because I was usually like my 2-week thing is usually like on the weekend or when I stream and that'll change. Like I'll start doing it again throughout the week, but right now I'm working on my last set of 40 videos and of filming,
Jeez.
editing, and
What?
posting. And by the time I get this all done, I will have content until the beginning of next year. Right now, I have
Jesus.
content scheduled on
Jeez,
YouTube until
dude.
November 3rd. And that's 5 videos a week.
Yeah, I
No,
can.
it's scheduled to come out
I,
on YouTube.
dude, I
I'm
burned
not
out with a
gonna
schedule
wait
like
until
that.
my
I
birthday.
fucking burned out. I was like, nope,
I've already
can't
got
do it.
most of the video filmed. The only thing I have left to film is 8 LSPDFR videos. That's it. Then I can start editing them. And then once I get the editing done, I can start scheduling them for posting. And then after that, I'm done doing the 40 videos. After that, I'm going to do it week by week. So
Here's
like
the-
at the end of work, one day I'll get out of Robinson's, I'll come home, I'll film 5 videos, and then go to bed. Right. The
That's-
next day I'll come home from work, and then I'll edit full 5 videos, and then after work the following day I'll post the 5 videos, and just keep that cycle going, and then keep the content just rolling out.
To be quite frank with you, I used to do that when I first started the channel. I was like, oh, hell no. And I got sick and tired of sitting on my desk, recording for fucking hours, days, and night for fucking 5 weeks straight. I'm like, oh, fuck this. I'm done.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
the reason I'm doing it is
I got
because,
burned.
God forbid, my computer blows up, or I lose internet because I can't pay the bill, or for whatever reason I can't do
Right.
videos anymore. I've got several videos with new content that buys me some time to get whatever issue I'm having fixed, so I can get back to
Right.
making videos.
No, we get that's because that was how I was when I had to move. I had to make a whole shitload of videos before I moved because I knew I was going to be out for a while. I wouldn't have internet for a while. The only thing is though is you don't want to run into the burnout phase. So burning
Yeah,
out
but
is
see,
like
I'm
the
so
worst.
passionate about YouTube, I don't get burned out with it. I get pissed in some of my videos, but
Well, you're a very rare breed then that doesn't get burned out because it's a marathon.
I do play Xbox. Nathan,
So-
I don't know how to pronounce any of your name. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I'm just gonna call you Jay because I don't know how to pronounce. Is it Simbolar? I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that.
Mikey, off.
Yeah.
Mikey!
Oh, what the heck, John? You can only hear Apex. You can only hear me. Why can? Hold on, let me turn my volume off on my stream really quick.
Mikey, what are you doing?
Someone, when you guys start talking.
Fair enough.
This is some bullshit,
What do we just get Trevor from fucking GTA 5 in the show? Jesus.
dude. Right?
NPC
Exactly.
has entered the chat.
Yeah.
I can hear him. I can kind of hear you guys.
Looking for more people.
Mikey, what's going on over there?
I am in the border town of Wendover along the Utah-Nevada border.
Oh? What the hell did you do? What you doing over there?
So give me 2 seconds,
Okay.
and I'll actually show you what I'm guarding tonight.
Ooh.
1, 2,
Oh my.
3, 4, 5. Your 2 seconds roll up like 6 seconds ago.
Oh my.
Oh,
What am I
nice.
looking at? Beautiful cars. Ooh.
That's some terrible parking.
Yeah, terrible
That's
parking,
actually
definitely.
good parking.
It's right on the line, though. Look at it.
Oh, you can park
I know,
wherever you
Well,
want.
you know, when they have this entire
people do that
when
is
they-
so nobody will park next
when
to
they
them
have
and
this
scratch the
entire
shit out of the
block
car.
to themselves, I don't think they give a fuck about lines.
Yeah,
Ooh.
They
I
actually
don't.
do
I
that on
wouldn't care.
purpose.
Those are some
wouldn't care.
fancy cars there.
Yeah, but someone would look like you.
Oh, check. Yeah, no, you.
Ooh, that
I
shit
need
looks
to-
nice. That
Yeah,
shit looks nice.
I need to show you guys the rear because the rear's probably where the stuff is at.
The beauty.
Ooh. Some
Oh,
nice
yeah.
lowriders over there, I see.
Dude. I'm
Dude.
sorry. Did I...
Sneebor.
I wish I was right there right now.
Oh, it's so nice.
Yeah, you and me
I'm
both.
trying so hard.
Oh my
to-
goodness.
There we
Look at that
go.
hot rod.
Wow.
There
That
we
is
go.
beautiful.
What the hell am I?
Old
That
car.
is a work of art.
Jesus.
That
I
is a
couldn't
fucking
guard
work
that
of
because
art.
I'd be stealing it.
Look at that fucking hot rod. Jeez.
Yeah, you shouldn't let us onto that lot. We're all gonna steal one up car and just
Oh, yeah.
ride it. We're all stealing our own cars.
Yeah.
Mikey, don't
Oh,
show that
like
off
you're
now.
gonna do
Mike
I'm
got
gonna protect the cars.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you have
exactly.
a gun. Like you're gonna see me take a car. Good luck.
Don't tempt him.
I wonder why. I have somebody in my
Mikey.
chat that's saying
No,
that they can
no,
hear
no.
you guys as a mumble, but they can hear me pretty clear.
Yeah.
Anybody want to troubleshoot that?
So is that your night shift?
What was that?
I have the I have the troubleshooter right here.
I don't give a shit. Just because you have it doesn't mean you're gonna see me while I'm taking a car and I'm flooring it.
That's true.
So, Mikey, is that gonna be your night shift?
This is my 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. today.
Ooh.
Ooh, fun.
And then I get to drive. Then I get to drive 2.5 hours back to Salt Lake City.
Ooh.
I mean, come on, you can't be honest. Oh my God, is that an Impala? Is that a 67 Impala? Go to get right.
I would steal it.
Oh, that's a nice.
That's a 67 Impala, isn't it?
I believe so.
I can't tell.
I can't tell.
Yeah, what is that on the side?
That's an Impala.
What's on the front of it? Let's see the front.
That's a freaking Dean Winchester Supernatural car. Give me that shit. Just steal that right now. I will pay your bills.
Seriously?
That's a Ford.
No, that's a Ford.
Oh, it's a 4. Okay, no, it's not. Never mind. Don't steal it. I'm not paying your bills.
Apparently, he doesn't like found on road dead vehicles.
Oh, come on.
I want a nice 67 Chevy Impala.
That is a sexy car, though. I have to admit.
I want to see the rest of the lot. There's a car on there somewhere I would probably
So what
take
is this,
no
like a
matter
car
what.
show that you're guarding or something?
So these guys are part of they call them what do they call themselves? The Good Boys something not association.
More year.
They're a club.
Oh.
That's an okay. I probably wouldn't take that Mustang because I'm
They're-
not a big
they're-
fan of the
they're a
Mustang.
club.
Listen, I
yeah,
got a
they-
Mustang that would do well in there.
They're a
would
club.
The
But
problem is they need the
yeah,
thermostat.
they're a club, but because there's so many of them here, they wanted an armed guard on post.
Well, makes
you want
sense.
Why do you have? See, I have a problem with the way you have your
Ooh.
firearms. You have that shit
That's
pointed
sexy.
directly at your dick.
What with that, man?
I mean, come on, you pull that thing out of there. And you
I
hit
mean,
that trigger
talk about an
just at the wrong
accidental
moment.
discharge.
You're gonna be singing soprano.
Oh, what is that? What old car is that right there? It's like an old Chevy, but I can't tell.
It's
I don't even
Agnes.
know. Yeah. Oh, it's
It's
an old
So
Agnes.
you have to literally walk around all of these
Oh,
cars.
that's beautiful.
Rose. Oh,
You have to walk around
That
all
is
these
beautiful.
cars for like all night long.
8 p.m. to 8 a.m.
That'd be great.
Dude, I would be
This
taking
is-
selfies with every single car.
This is-
claiming
yeah,
it
this-
was my own.
Ooh,
This is-
I see a
this is-
Ford Coupe back there.
This is my job. This is my job tonight.
I see that cream Ford Coupe, and that thing looks beautiful.
You must be tempted to steal those cars.
That
That's
You guys are playing
that had my eye up
fucking
when I
man.
first when I first pulled up and I shook the guy's hand.
Dude,
yeah,
that is
wow.
beautiful.
Oh,
That's why it's
Yeah.
funky looking car.
folks,
Yeah,
this,
that caught my eye when I first pulled up.
That is
this
a
is what
Biff
cars
Tannen car.
should look like
wonder-
today.
Yes.
Not this fucking box on wheel bullshit. Like cars like back
I
then
wonder if I
these
turn.
days
Hold on.
had art. This is artistry.
So what's under
This
the
is
cover? I can't
Beautiful. That's like a
That's a secret car.
tell. Yeah, it's got a blower
That's a
on
hot
it.
Here, see if that works for the audio fix.
That's either a Shelby or a hot rod.
It might be a Dodge.
yeah. Good luck not being a Shelby. Shit.
Corvette.
Yeah.
A good
It
Corvette.
can be.
Corvette. Looks
That's a
like.
good Corvette.
I could do with a nice Corvette.
A Bel Air. I think, is that the 57
Yeah. Oh, Bel Air
or the
too.
57?
Beautiful car.
Oh,
Another
Let
Rodder.
me see the rear end of it. I think I could tell.
Kelly.
We've gone from music to movies to cars.
Oh,
Amazing.
yeah.
Dude, the old
Amazing.
white wall
Huge
tires.
house.
That's how you know you got an old car.
That's a 55 because
It
after
says right on the license
55
plate 55.
No, it says one of 55. I think there's only 55 of them left.
Beautiful cars, man.
Do you get like a break? Do you get to go sit down somewhere, or
And that's beauty.
Well, the best part about it is I have my camera. I got my camera in my car, and they told me to feel free to shoot pics.
Nice.
So I'm
like I said, I'd be selfie with every single one of those cars
I'm like,
all night
bro,
long.
after dark, after lights out, I'm fucking pulling out my camera and I'm going to town on this lot.
That looks
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
dude.
caddy, maybe.
Hey, Mikey.
Hey,
You
Ray.
You should shoot me some of those pics after.
Yes, please.
Actually, what is this?
Okay,
That's a
so
Chevy.
so the board on
Oh, yeah,
my
no, it's
live
a
chat says his dream car is a Holden
It's a Bel Air. It's a
727.
Bel Air, I think.
That's a Bel Air.
This guy'd be like a 53.
57, I think.
Ooh.
Another
That's-
55.
You know, the client that I did their a job site for today, I mean, he had a 1979 like cargo van, like what I drive, but 1979, brand new in his garage. He showed it to me. It's kind of cool.
This is me too. I didn't even realize. So I haven't looked over here yet.
Is that a Buick? Is that an old Buick?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I want it. I want it.
Impala.
Impala.
That's an Impala?
Oh, there's Trans Am if anyone wants it.
Ooh.
Jeez.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
I'm
this.
a big fan of the Camaros.
Fuck Tesla cars. These are American.
Oh, nice,
That's
right
me.
there. That's a nice car.
That's me. That's me.
That's a core.
That's me.
Yep.
That's me.
That's your
I
core,
agree
you
with
can have
Mikey.
the
That's
core
mine
back.
too.
Actually, I can see Jay driving that around.
It's like
That little blue car.
dude. That reminds me of a Bond car, man.
She'd be rocking that.
What do we got here? We got Trans Am.
Trans Am.
What year is it? Is this the 80s? Or is this the early 70s before they changed it?
That would be the early.
Oh, that's a 76? 77?
roughly.
Oh, there we go.
Is that a stupid?
Dude, that looks like one of the old cop cars from like LA Noir.
Oh, it's a Woody.
Literally was just about to say.
Yeah.
Woody.
Is
I
it
think
a
it's
Woody?
That's
That's a surfer car.
Oh,
Yeah, that's something the Beach Boys would be driving.
Oh yeah.
Then we got.
Oh, yeah, old school seafoam green car.
There's a truck. Whoever wants trucks.
Yeah, bias ply tires. That's how you really know. That's right. That's definitely a fact.
Yeah, no steel belts there, baby.
I do, but I like Trent.
And then just typical Chevy.
Right.
Is the audio fixed for you now? I turned up the input to see if
Love to
it,
see the front end of that Chevy.
to see if you can hear them a little bit better. For some reason, my chat hears you guys as a mumble, but like they can hear me clearly.
Mikey, by
Mikey,
your
let me see the
estimation,
front
how
end
many
of
cars
the
are in that lot that you can kind
There's
of
at least 50, 60 cars.
63 Econoline would be rad. Yeah, that'd be kind of nice.
Oh yes. One of those are a Twilight truck. Oh.
There's at least 60 cars in the lot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, more than that.
Hands down. Yeah.
Is that a Charger right in front of you? That
No,
green
that's the
one?
Ford. Is that the Ford?
Charger? Oh, the green?
Yeah, right there. That one.
Is that the
Yeah,
Ford?
that's the Ford we already.
I would take it. I would take that.
Oh, that's green? I thought that was black.
No, it's green.
No.
I
It's the
would
light.
take that.
Oh.
It was probably like the light in here.
It's like that fade,
Yeah.
fade to black green type of thing.
But yeah, it's like green to black kind of.
Yeah.
I would drive that just because.
That
it's
classic.
Oh,
beautiful.
yeah.
Yep.
All of these cars are like the LA Noir era.
Oh yeah. No.
Just gotta
Except that
like
Mustang.
these on the other end.
And then you
Like
got
the other lot.
the odd man out.
The odd
The
man,
modern-
Gotta have the new modern Mustang.
We just gotta all sing one of these things. Just doesn't
Well.
belong here.
Is that the fastback?
It ain't just a Mustang.
That's a
That's
Cobra,
a Shelby.
That's a Shelby.
That ain't no Shelby.
Woo!
It's probably a
Shelby
cloner.
is a literal Shelby.
Yeah. Just
That's a
the
nice car.
the frame for a Shelby can go for like over $100,000. Just the
wait,
frame.
Wait a minute.
Is that a hearse?
No, that's the
Oh, it's a
Chevy,
Nomad. Chevy Nomad, I think.
Those are fucking rare.
Those were the old ambulances, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
They used to be at one
Some
point.
of them are also Suburbans.
Those were the ambulances back in the days of emergency.
Yes.
No, the Suburban
and
actually was
the-
used in emergency.
The Cadillac
the
Meteorite
ones you
Miller.
saw with the Fairview on or the Fairbanks, whatever said on the side.
Oh
That was the Suburban.
man.
That was the Suburban?
Yeah, that's what they used back then. At least for that one.
Well, let's see. If we're looking at like 59 into the 60s, we're looking at the Cadillac Meteorite Millers for the EMS. And the Hertz.
Right, but we're talking 72, which would have been the Suburban.
Yeah, 72, they would have been taken over slightly by the Suburban and the bigger F-100.
Well, let's put it this way: you still ain't gonna have the.
Oh. Let me not touch this car. Har.
See?
See, I know that the guy's trying out of the Marine Corps, but honestly, putting that on the back of a classic car like that kind of ruins it.
Yeah.
We're still alive.
No, it's basically saying don't fuck with my car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally why as soon as I saw the Eagle, I was like, oh, let me not even.
What is that bronze car?
This?
No,
the
the
other
copper
one,
one, the one next to
The
it.
copper brown.
This?
Yeah, what is
The
that?
copper car. Ooh, look at the walls on that baby.
Oh.
Ooh,
It's a 4v8 apparently.
She got rolly rolls.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful.
We're just all nerding out for
Are you
cars.
the only armed guard there?
It's just a classic deluxe.
Bored.
Beautiful.
You know what? I want to find some 80s and 70s Ford police now. I want to do some retro policing.
Are you the only security guard there?
McGarrett.
Policing?
Ray, McGarrett. McGarrett
God,
Customs, whatever the hell his name is now.
Because if you're the only guard there, we could definitely overpower you and take one of those cars.
Yeah, I'm taking one of those cars when he's not looking.
I mean,
Because you have a gun doesn't mean
you can tell all these guys play GTA 5 way too fucking much if they're doing that.
Oh yeah.
well, one person can only do so much.
Exactly.
I know. I guarantee you, somebody somewhere in that car lot played GTA 5 and saw their car in the game,
Probably.
Oh yeah.
GTA
or bought
LA.
that car because it's in the game.
Yeah, GTA or freaking LA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That
we're
white car
gonna-
you just passed looks like the Phoenix in GTA.
No, that's the judge. GTO.
Oh yeah, okay, yep.
Beauty. Beautiful car. Although I'm not a big fan of it being in white. I prefer the orange look.
Yeah, I agree. The orange would have been better.
Well, it's funny you mentioned orange. It's funny you mentioned orange because there's a vehicle that I haven't looked at yet.
Oh.
Oh yeah, generally.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know it was part of us.
Do you have pepper spray?
He's got everything.
He's loaded.
I have everything.
I'm sorry, but if somebody's trying to steal one of those cars, the pepper spray is the last damn thing I'm
I have
grabbing.
every
The first thing
single
I'm grabbing is them
escalation tool in
bullets.
the use of force continuum. I have pepper spray, I have a baton, and I have a taser on me.
That.
Oh,
is a
there's
GTA
a nice car.
That is a GTA car.
Easily.
Oh goodness.
That's the Phoenix.
Yeah, I've
That is
as far as what I've got on me, I've got every single use of force continuum implement. I've got a taser, I've got a baton, I've got OC, and I've got lethal.
Oh, I want it. I'm taking it. That's mine. I'm taking it.
That looks
You know,
something.
I wonder if they would actually. I wish I had my Fiero now, because if I had my Fiero, I would drive that shit to that lot.
You wouldn't
Get
fit
laughed
in.
at.
What? Fuck you! I would fit in with an '86 Fiero.
You would not fit in.
Okay, you know what? That brand new 20 whatever Mustang doesn't fit in there either. If it's there,
Well, obviously it doesn't, but you don't fit in if you're in a fucking Fiero.
I fit in more than that 2023 Mustang.
No.
God damn it!
If you
Fit in
wanna
more than the
fit in,
Shelby, yeah. I fit
Literally,
in more than that
fit
modern
in,
Shelby.
get a
Apex
goddamn
is on a hill
DeLorean.
that he was willing to die for.
You know what? No, because the DeLorean. No, I don't think a DeLorean would fit in that.
Yeah, it would.
I totally wouldn't.
It was a movie car, sure.
No, just a
can make
normal
that.
car would fit in.
I can make that argument. Yeah, so DeLorean. Back to the Future. Yeah, I'd say it. It's gonna, yeah.
But my Fiero looked like a kind of a DeLorean, so
No.
Poor
yes, it
man.
did. Shut up. Okay, so it didn't have the giant rocket on the back of it. What do you want?
This isn't Fast and Furious.
Well, it also didn't produce 1.21 gigawatts of electricity. Either,
Yeah, sorry, kids. No oppressors in my parking lot.
Yeah, no thanks.
And
Yeah,
by no
operative.
oppressors, I mean there's
Whose side are you
literally
on,
no
operative?
oppressors in this parking lot. Sorry, kids. There's no oppressors in my parking lot.
Toxic.
What?
Operative said fight, fight, fight. Toxic versus Apex. That being said, I challenge you. A fight to the death.
God.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're gonna lose that fucking fight, pal.
I don't know. That's what Kyle in Greater Valley EMS thought too.
Okay, what kind of weapons you bringing? What kind of weapons?
Okay, I'm bringing a bow staff, probably a couple ninja stars, my firefighter knife, wherever the hell that is.
Yeah, I have a sword.
Oh, I've got a sword. I got two katana swords with a different length, but they actually have a little snake head that come out of them with two red jewel eyes.
I have.
Dude, did he just seriously go full Ninja Turtle on that whole thing that he just described? I got two katana blades. I got a staff. I got some ninja stars.
You might as well go as Michelangelo.
I'm just saying.
I have to find it probably down in the basement where I put all my other shit from the storage unit, but
Ooh, that's beautiful in my opinion. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm like, I kind of like it. I kind of like it rusted. I like how it's like that's that character.
I hate the rust though. It makes it look like shit. I'd paint
I
it.
like the rust. I would keep the rust.
As long as the rust is not through the body, that's fine.
Exactly. That's history right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it also shows a car poorly maintained.
No, that just shows history.
Oh, if that was like a car.
The looks of any of those cars show history.
Literally.
By the way, Apex. Yeah, you're
Read what,
bringing
operative?
swords. You're bringing everything. I will just run you over with a car.
Listen, I got an ambulance-sized van in my driveway. I'll run your ass over with that.
You won't even see me coming. You'll just be dead.
Bitch, I have the highest sense of awareness you could ever imagine. I know when there's shit flying around outside my window.
Yeah. What are you bringing to this fight? I don't need to bring anything. I've got 60.
You know what I want to bring, Toxic? You know what I'm going to bring to that fight? I'm going to bring these, man. I'm going to bring these.
Yeah.
You'll be dead. I'll run your ass over. You can't.
Not if I run my ass over first.
Okay, so what you're gonna go outside, put this ambulance at the top of the hill, just throw it in neutral, and just lay down all the way at the bottom and let it run over you.
Hell no! I'm gonna put that bitch in drive and let it roll down the hill along with the engine.
That's how you do that.
If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right, man.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Although we can always just pull
Albert brings up a good point. With my medical training, I know how to injure you without any trace coming back to me.
That's what she said.
Damn. She lied.
Yeah.
I am not that child's father.
Okay, I think we need to wrap it up. It's already 15 after
Very fair call,
2:30.
guys. You are not the father.
We need to wrap this up. We're getting way off track here, boys.
I'll wrap you up.
Yeah, we're getting way
bastard.
Did somebody say WAP? Did somebody say WAP?
Alright guys, well that is going to do it for episode 7 of Dazzo and Friends Talk Show. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Thank you to the amazing Apex Gamer for coming out here, joining us in chat.
Anytime, guys. Anytime.
And of course we got Mikey in the house, Jay,
Who the
Ethan,
fuck is farting?
Toxic, and Skittles.
You know what? Better yet, Mike's got a gun. I'll hire him to shoot you.
Uh-oh.
That won't end well either.
Oh god. Anyways,
Mike, how much you talking here? I can start off with like $100 down, okay?
anyways, hopefully everyone did enjoy the stream. Smash the like button, turn on the post notifications, hit the subscribe button if you guys are new to the channels. Go subscribe to Apex, go subscribe to Ethan, go subscribe to Jay, Toxic, myself, Skittles. And we
We're all a
will see you
tight-knit family at
guys
this point.
on the next episode on number.
And same here, guys. We're going to end our stream along with the Dazzo Show. So thanks for coming out. Thanks for all the laughs. And we'll see you guys next time.
And the next Dazzo and Friends episode will be on September the 5th, right after Labor Day.
We will see you guys then. Actually, I would be streaming way before that, but...
We'll see. Good night, everybody. Peace out.
Peace.
Peace, everybody. Our next stream